troubleshooting.
In 2022, metal detectors are a common sight on campus. Some schools, though, are replacing them with radar devices that can detect weapons in backpacks from a distance.
It actually uses a radar technology, which is very similar to what you have in the airport, where you lift your arms up and then the radar rotates around you.
Brian Sathianathan is co-founder of Iterate AI, one of several companies marketing high-tech security systems to schools.
Unlike monitoring systems where people have to monitor, here the AI is constantly monitoring.
A bizarre string of attacks in southwestern Japan. Macaque suddenly aggressive and going after around 60 people over the last couple of weeks. Justin Finch, ABC News.
This is a paid advertisement for legal services. Ricky LeBlanc, Chestnut Hill, Mass. Admitted in Massachusetts only. While this firm maintains joint responsibility, most cases of this type are referred to other attorneys for principal responsibility. Members, Paul J. Martin, Winter Park, Florida. Nick Niswander, Florence, Kentucky. Rich Grabo, 970 Farmington Avenue, West Hartford, Connecticut. 860-904-7789. Michael Bo Gonzalez, admitted Louisiana. Filing number LA-22-13614. No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other attorneys. I am a paid non-attorney spokesperson. Attention U.S. Marines. Veterans were exposed to toxic chemicals in the drinking water on Camp Lejeune between 1953 and 1987. Exposure to these chemicals increased the risk for cancer, birth defects, and other serious health problems. If you or a loved one were exposed to contaminated water on Camp Lejeune, you may be entitled to compensation. A new law gives legal rights to those harmed. It is not too late to take action. Call Sokolov Law now for a free legal consultation at 1-800-397-8100. 1-800-397-8100. 1-800-397-8100.
KHOW News Time, 10:03.
Broncos optimism is soaring on this first day of training camp. Nathaniel Hackett, the new head coach, and talked about what he's looking for from his players during camp.
One thing I always, I talked with George right when I got here. For me, over my career, it's always been about the tough guys and the intelligent guys. That it's not necessarily, that rocket scientist. It's that football smart. Sometimes a guy that might be that equal measurable, like you say. It's about the guy that understands the game.
It's Hackett's first training camp as a head coach. He was previously the offensive coordinator for the Packers. Banning abortion nationwide would result in a higher number of deaths by mothers during pregnancy. That is the finding of a University of Colorado Boulder study, which says 24% more mothers would die if they did not have access to abortion services. The mortality rate increases to 39% when focusing only on black mothers. The study notes that abortion is a proven and safe procedure, and that denying access to abortion raises the chances of death during pregnancy. That's the latest. I'm Chad Bauer.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. Traffic is delayed on I-76 westbound. It's a left shoulder crash at 270. Watch for that. And 270, seeing some slow traffic coming off of I-70 westbound heading up to Vasquez. That is road construction causing that delay. Southbound 225 still heavy from DTC to I-25. Fox 31 pinpoint weather, a high of 92 today with a chance for thunderstorms. For tomorrow and Friday, highs in the upper 70s with a 60 to 70% chance for strong storms and rain. Currently, it's 78. With your Impact Traffic and Weather, I'm Chris McLaughlin, 630 KHOW.
If your business is feeling a summer hiring wave, then you need Indeed. Their all-in-one hiring solution makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
Over at 5280 Magazine, where professionals are selected by their peers as among the best in Colorado, Aspenwood Dental has made the grade for 14 years in a row. Hey, it's Ross, and that doesn't surprise me at all because Aspenwood Dental has been truly fantastic for my family. When my wife had a tooth fail, Dr. Dan Zeppelin replaced it with an implant that you can't tell from the original tooth except that it's stronger. And when I had recent significant tooth pain, the Aspenwood folks fixed it without needing the tooth extraction that a prior dentist had recommended. The whole team, Drs. Yaros, Augustine, Zeppelin, and Son, are experienced, talented, and truly caring. So whether you need general or family dentistry, cosmetic dentistry, or the very best in replacing missing or failing teeth, please go where Kristen and I go, and that is Aspenwood Dental. Remember, you can always get a free consultation. Get started at aspenwooddental.com. Once again, that's aspenwooddental.com.
Deck Superstore. Deck building supply. More inventory.
I do all the spots anyway.
DeckSuperstore.com.
Now,
your chance to win $1,000.
But,
Gas
it's nice
money.
having.
Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bonus. That's bonus. Enter it now at khow.com.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice.
I'm going to keep that on for a minute. You can plug in there as soon as I get home.
Come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino. Welcome to the show. We have people to talk to, things to do. It's an important day today. We had a hailstorm in Aurora. We have to cover that. And then there's a new trend around the country, and I hope it doesn't happen here. But it is about destroying rental property on the way out. Pissed off tenants are starting to do that. So we're going to talk about that as well. Whatever is on your mind. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Welcome to the only show of its kind anywhere in the universe where we are trying to make life just a little easier. Okay, so let's go right to the phones. And then we will be talking about the hailstorm and what not to do, and tenant vandalism, and if you are covered for that. Really important stuff. But right now, Larry is calling about landscaping. By the way, this hour brought to you by RealCBDThatWorks.com. Pain, inflammation, anxiety. A lot of people are using it for travel, by the way. Really good stuff, and I hope that you find it acceptable, because it saved my life sometimes, I'm telling you. And it's 30% off with Tom in the promo code. So what's happening? That's RealCBDThatWorks.com. Larry, let's talk about your landscaping. What's going on?
Thank you, Tom. Pleasure talking to you. I've been a long time
What's going
listener,
on, man? What's this landscaping is a common problem, just so you know.
Yes, of course. We had a whole backyard done, and it started off where they did a paver patio. And
right.
He did,
and when you left off, you said it was never something was not done, or it was sinking or something.
It was all done, but I sent you pictures and a bunch of stuff on there, but the rock wall and the pavers are all separating. And basically, they're saying they're not going to honor the warranty because they say we owe an invoice from a problem that they caused from a bad design on a hose bib that was unusable. And so they had to fix the hose bib, so they got a plumber in. And they agreed upon they were going to fix it. And now, a year and a half later, after they promised this over the last year and a half they did send somebody over once to fix a couple
of
problems.
All right, so it's been a year and a half, basically.
Yeah, about a year and a quarter.
Okay.
Since last May of 2021.
Okay, so bottom line is this. They have attempted to fix it.
Well, they fixed about a month when it was done, it separated, but then about a month after that, it all separated, and the rock wall was separated, and it's gone. So, and they promised to come out
when you say the rock wall is separating, let me look at I should look at the pics. Okay.
Yeah, please.
Okay, so tell me, what's the latest? Just tell me the latest right now.
Sure, absolutely. I called and I talked to the owner's wife. I believe she's the wife. I'm not sure. She's the admin lady. She's the one we've been dealing with. I talked to her and I told her about the last year we had the agreement. You guys were going to pay for it. It was your fault on the design. And basically, I was a little frustrated, and I was talking nicely, but then she eventually hung up on me because I didn't want to talk to the owner because he got a little hostile, and he asked not to do business with me in the future because I was just asking for.
No, listen. I want to tell you something.
Oh, that it'd be done, stuff like that. So.
Now, that one picture of the cracking,
yes.
in that seesaw or that kind of stair step pattern.
Yes.
That I don't understand, but it follows the crack in the wall down and over.
Yeah, that goes to the crack in the wall. It's all connected.
I don't understand it, but I do know that in Colorado, pavers God, how do I put this? Pavers don't work very well. I mean, is it? Let me ask you this: what is it going to take to fix? And don't say it all has to be torn out, does it?
No, of course not. I'm not asking for anything more than them come out and make it look like it should. That's all I'm asking for. I don't want anything.
How much
special.
did you pay for this job?
Probably in the mid-30s, give or take.
30 what?
They also put probably about 32,000, give or take.
For the pavers and the wall?
Everything. They did a whole job in the back. They put in plants and rocks and weed barrier and sprinkler system. And this is just one of the problems. I mean,
are you paid up completely?
Didn't care. Yes, we are paid up completely up until I sent you the invoice from the plumber that they tried to get us to pay, but we agreed it was not my bill to pay. And I think they must have forgot because a year and a quarter later they say they're not going to honor it because of.
Okay, we can agree. We can agree this company is not a rip-off company. They did the job.
No, of course not. Of course not.
And we have minor problems. So here's the bottom line. Have you had it estimated? Have you had it estimated on what it will take to fix it?
I have not.
Well, you need to do that. We need to get... Yeah. I love Sherrick. They're on our referral list. Now, you may have to pay for an expert opinion. I don't know, but we need to know where you stand. I can put someone on this, and but first, I want to see what it's going to take to fix. It might be pretty minor. We need to quantify it.
Yeah, I don't think it would be anything big, and I'm not asking for anything big.
No, I know you're not, but I'd like to get an idea from a landscaper. There are a number of landscapers on the referral list that might help.
Yeah, I saw them on your referral list.
Man, they're really good. But I don't know. Maybe from photos they can show. Kelly, maybe you can send some pics over to them and see what they say.
Yeah.
I would just like to get an idea of what we're looking at because we have no idea right now. And why is it failing? And it's not failing in many places, right?
No, it's honestly, it's still usable. Everything looks good. It's just a couple things.
Yeah. Look, I understand your frustration. Everyone listening,
I can barely use the hose bib now.
Everyone listening can identify with this.
Absolutely.
Okay? I mean, they have a job. You pay $30,000, and now it's failing. I mean, I can see exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So
one thing they did tell me on the last conversation was that supposedly the guys went over there to do some work after the fact and said we had furniture on there way sooner than we should have, so they took pictures of it, and that's another reason why they're not going to honor the warranty.
Wait, what do you have around there? What is that?
They said that when they initially finished the job, they had to come back and take some tape off because they put sand in the cracks, and they said they took pictures of the furniture that was on there that shouldn't have been. And that's not something we did. I mean, they never gave us instructions of when to anything. We waited probably a few days, a week, whatever it was. Sand
is compacted when they lay it down. I mean, I don't think that's a problem. It's not like concrete. I don't get that at all. I mean, let's get some real estimates on what it's going to take.
Yes.
I want you to see if you can get Sherrick to call him and see, or Kelly, see if he can look at the pictures and tell us what's going on. They're good people again, and we never get complaints about them. Hold on a sec, okay?
Which company was that, Tom?
Sherrick Construction. They're on our referral list. They have been there for many, many, many years. We have some follow-ups coming up as well, and we're going to talk to Mary about her attic. Deputy Dollar's on the air with a follow-up, and then we have Chris. He wants advice on selling a used car, and that's really important because when we're talking about this economy right now and we're talking about prices and we're talking about liars and cheaters, there's a good chance you're going to get a liar or cheater on the line wanting to buy your car. So hold on, we'll come back to all of that. Waterpros.net will get you wonderful drinking water right at your sink, under $1,000. Now listen, this is a triple filter, reverse osmosis, under $1,000, and beautiful brushed nickel, chrome, or whatever finish matches your sink, and that's waterpros.net.
The Raleigh House offers more than just substance abuse rehabilitation and recovery. It offers a place to find connection, a sense of purpose, and an opportunity to rewrite your story. Addiction and trauma can leave you feeling alone without purpose. Breathe deep. Feel at home. Reconnect with nature at the Raleigh House of Hope. Don't let depression, anxiety, trauma, or addiction take your future from you. If you or someone you love is suffering, the Raleigh House is here to help. Call now, 720-797-8717. That's 720-797-8717.
Reverse loans are special loans, and I don't trust just anyone when you go to get a reverse loan. You need someone who's knowledgeable and honest and will apply the loan to your needs to make sure it's what you need. ApprovalReverse.com, one of the reverse lenders we highly endorse. ApprovalReverse.com, Joan Sullivan and her team. If you need to save your house from foreclosure, perhaps get assisted living in your home, or just relief from mortgage payments, call Approval Reverse, especially now. Interest rates don't really affect you with reverse loans because they accrue against the house, and if you're just going to live there the rest of your life, it really doesn't matter much, does it? 303-771-3528. 771-3528. Now, maybe you want to find out what your house will list for and sell for. Frank Duran, the real estate man, will do a free market analysis along with a comparison of what you want to buy if you want to buy. Frank will do all of this complimentary. Now, if you choose to list, fine, but there's no obligation, and Frank will never hold you to a long-term contract. You can trust Frank in all of your real estate needs. He has a team for buying, a team for selling. That's Team Duran at RE/MAX Alliance. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, 303-920-1622.
Did you know that you do not have to tear out your entire kitchen in order to have a brand new look? Really? Hi, Dan Cicchini, Done Right Kitchens. You'll save big over total kitchen replacement with our unique quarter-inch cabinet resurfacing process. Choose from our solid hardwood options or modern solid colors with our Duraline synthetics. Todd?
You bet, Dad. We'll build all new doors and drawer fronts with many styles to choose from, add new hardwood.
To somebody in particular.
Just call Sherrick and see if they'll look at pictures and give us a guess as to what's
Good morning.
causing it.
Thanks so much for calling the Tom Martino Troubleshooter Show. How can I help you?
Did Southwest offer you anything because they canceled the flight?
Sure. What's your name, sir?
No, they canceled it and rebooked us.
Bill?
So we went to Baltimore, and from Baltimore to Providence.
And
The flight back, which was the exact opposite, was canceled, 4 in the morning. So we didn't rebook, so by 6 in the morning, they had already
I'm
rebooked
going to go ahead and
us.
put you on hold, and it might be a little bit of a wait, so I just ask that you be patient, okay? Hang on for me.
10 at night, 10. Okay. We got into Florida at 2 in the morning.
Sorry, I forgot about the
They
offline
sent
thing.
us through
It's so
Atlanta.
weird since
And
this
then for 2 in the
YouTube thing
morning,
is,
half the plane to here. It was ridiculous.
is he still on? Is he doing? Okay. Hey, Tom, are you there?
Yeah, I'm sending you a note here about Joe Chiano.
Okay, cool.
He was supposed to be on today. He wants to be on by phone.
Okay, that's fine. But with Sherrick Construction, do you want me to get somebody on the line, or did you
No,
just...
just ask him to look at the pics and see if he has an opinion. Then we'll get him on the line.
What's his name?
Tony is one of the owners that we really like.
Okay, Tony, and then... All right, I'll try to find his email. So we lost Chris, the used car guy, but we gained a question on a vehicle seizure after stop.
Podcast was there yesterday. I don't know what they're whining about. Yeah. Everywhere I've looked, Spreaker and K-House website, it's there. So I don't know. I don't know what these people that are emailing you are seeing. Or where they would normally go, but they are on Spreaker and they are on K-House.
Well, I don't know.
If they're listening on like Apple or
most of these people go directly to the KHOW website, go to Tom's page, and then click on it that way. But, you know, yeah, can I speak with Joe Quijano, please?
So, Dollar's going home. Here, you can plug in. Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Welcome to the show. And Garage Magic for garage floors. Remember, they do garage floors, patio decks, walkways. They're a great alternative, by the way, to pavers, since we've been talking about that. It's garagemagic.com. Lifetime warranty, garagemagic.com. Let's, okay, so we're talking about landscape pavers. One guy on YouTube says he had them done years ago, and they still look like brand new. They're not great in Colorado for the soils. What you have to do is dig down pretty deep, put down sand, and then sand in between. Sand is a pretty good compaction tool and doesn't move. Unfortunately, pavers are a lost art for many people, but we're having that looked at to see what can be done. We had a guy that wanted to talk about selling a used car, and unfortunately, he hung up, so I hope he doesn't get ripped off. Now, Bill, you have a question on a vehicle seizure. Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, Tom. A friend of mine went Facebook Live this morning, about a 25-minute video. The video started with him across the street, and he was asking the officers for probable cause and why they pulled him over. They never stated anything.
Cause. Hold on, Bill. Bill, you start right in the middle. Yeah. You said he was asking the officer for probable cause for what?
Okay, so he was out of the car, and he said, "You didn't pull me over. I was out of my vehicle, and now you have your lights on, and you say you're pulling me over."
So he was, that's what I need to know, Bill. Probable cause because he was stopped, or they came up to him when he was stopped?
He claims he was out of the vehicle. That's where the video started.
So he was exiting his car, and the police pulled up?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I need to know. And then he said, why did you do this?
Yeah, they said they asked him to stop, and
maybe he didn't see him, but in any case, it really doesn't matter because police, they pull people over all the time, whether they pulled him over or he stopped on his own. What happened then?
He moved back across the street, and he had the vehicle keys in his pocket, and he said, "I'm going to get some of my personal items out of the vehicle." They never did ticket him or charge him with anything. And some other
was he in a parking space when they pulled up behind him?
Yes, it was legally parked. The vehicle is
got
tagged with current tags.
Okay.
And ultimately, at the end of he was requesting to get a laptop, some legal paperwork, and a vest. And they created a barricade with their body, said, "No, you're not going to come here." And ultimately, in the end, a tow truck pulled up and took his vehicle away.
But why?
And I'm not sure. I mean, that's what I'm curious about. There were a lot of comments on
Bill,
Facebook.
Bill, you have to understand this. You're hearing it from your friend. I'm hearing it from you. And this sounds highly unlikely. Normally, when they pull up to someone, whether or not they stopped them or come up to a stopped car, when they pull up to a person, they normally will check identification, and then they will say something like this. Do you know your car's reported stolen? Or do you know that you're illegally parked? Or do you know you have a taillight out? Or do you know this? Or do you know that? Usually they talk to you. You're saying they simply pulled up to the guy, would not talk to him at all, and took his car away.
Yes, and I connected the live video. It's a 25-minute Facebook live video where he repeated that you do not have probable cause. I do not give you permission to search my vehicle. I am not going to.
Did they search his vehicle? Did they search his vehicle?
They have not. The keys to the vehicle are in his pocket.
Okay, what I want to know is what was the reason? Did they give him a reason for the stop?
They never stated it, and he repeatedly asked, "Why? Okay. What is the probable cause?"
What police? What are we talking about? What police?
It's a Lamar Police Department in Southeast Colorado. And I'm just curious about, there were some other comments of local people that said, well, this happened to me, and this sounds like what happened to me.
So where is this car? Where is this car right now, Bill?
It was towed away. So I'm not sure where it is now.
Was he charged with anything?
He was never charged. He was never ticketed. And they never stated, like, this is the reason.
Right. When did this happen, Bill? It happened this morning?
9:30 this morning.
How do we find it on Facebook?
I sent a link to the Troubleshooter.com.
Okay, could you, I'm going to put you on hold. Kelly's going to give you a place to send the link right now so we don't have to hunt for it. Now, Bill, what you're saying is this. Your friend was out this morning, pulls up and parks his car. Was it at his home he parked?
No, it was actually right by the courthouse.
What was he doing down there?
He's been trying to take care of some legal stuff that is
okay. Now, Bill, what kind of legal stuff was he taking care of?
DUI. He was,
bro. Okay, now you see,
with a DUI,
that should have been mentioned. Hold on. There's a little more to this than so. He was, Bill, without telling stories, he was charged with a DUI when?
2 months ago.
Okay, and was he under revocation temporarily?
No, not that I know of.
Well, he might have been, because they usually do that immediately. Now, under the DUI, did he submit to a breathalyzer or blood test?
He requested the blood test, but then when they got there, the police officer said he refused it. And he was also Facebook Live during this.
Okay, Bill,
where he said, I'm not refusing it.
Bill, listen, man, this whole thing... Here's what happened. His license is revoked, and he was driving with a revoked license. To say he doesn't understand.
Okay. And they can impound the vehicle?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, he got a DUI 2 months ago. They said, whether or not that's true, they said he refused. He automatically loses his license, automatically. And now he's driving, and he was going to the courthouse for what reason?
I'm not sure.
Okay, Bill, there's way more to this story. I'm not trying to shoot down your story, but you presented it as some guy's just driving. He happens to park and gets accosted by police. Well, man, there's way... I went fishing a little. There's way more to it. Your friend had been charged with a DUI. He's under revocation. What I don't understand is this. How did they know? How did they spot him? I mean... I don't even know why. Why were they following him?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like I say, the video starts with him across the street, and I'd be glad to send the link.
No, I want to see it. But I think it's plain to see that there's way... I mean, you have to admit that, right? There's way more to this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Absolutely.
Let's look at the link. Hold on. Kelly, get the link from him. We'll look at it, and then we'll call you back, Bill. I'd like to know, and maybe we'll have our attorney look at it as well. 303.
Yeah, I'm just curious about what the law is.
You've got the link,
we'll look
Tom.
at it.
You've got the link, Tom.
We'll find out. 303-713-TALK, 713-255. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Choice Garage Doors. If your garage door doesn't open, you don't know why, you better call them 24/7 service for emergencies. Of course, they do regular inspections as well. All of their prices fully disclosed on their website. The finest people I know in the garage door business, they are there, and they do a great, complete job with great prices. OneClearChoiceDoors.com, 720-370-3987.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino.
Yes, sir. I got a really good sheet for you putting people on hold. Here's what it is. I give the phone number out. Whenever I give the phone number out toward the end of the call, it will signal. Then he won't be talking into breaks.
Right. Yeah.
So if I give the phone number out,
you got it, boss.
Hey, Tom, you have the link on the call screener if you want to go look at it, but he just hung up for whatever reason. Maybe that's him. Good morning. Thanks so much for calling the Tom Martino Troubleshooter Show. How can I help you? Yes. He was so bummed that you hung up, too, so he'll be really, really happy that you're back. Okay, needs assistance. Okay, hang on for me.
I want to tell you about two companies I highly respect and two companies I'm using. The liquid loan is something I'm seriously considering because it is a 30-year line of credit. Now, I'm fortunate enough that years ago, by selling houses and buying new ones, I don't have a mortgage, but I'm seriously considering putting one on for this reason. First, it shows a lien on your property, so it doesn't appear free and clear. Second, you can pull out whatever money you need when you need it and pay it back. Third, you pay simple interest only. So whether you have a mortgage or a paid-off home or whatever, an excess equity, you can get a 30-year line of credit. Once it pays off your first, you have the choice of paying simple interest if you're only going to be there a few years, or you can pay your principal anytime you want for whatever amount you want. Then if you have money in the bank, that money counts against your average daily balance, so you pay even less interest. It is a wonderful tool, and it protects your home's equity, plus it leaves it available to you tax-free. Affordable interest mortgage. Find out more about theliquidloan.com if you're thinking about a refinance or even purchasing. That's from Affordable Interest Mortgage. Kurt Rogers, theliquidloan.com, 720-895-0500. That's 720-895-0500. Now, here's another company I'm using. They're in touch with me by emails. I've met with them in person. They also do Zooms. They're taking care of my retirement plan. Now, why do I need a retirement plan? Do I have a pension? Yeah, I funded a pension. I also did a 401k. Years ago, I did a SEP. I have a bunch of little elements here and there, some investment accounts. But what do I do with it? Do you just start drawing it down? Do you just quit work and hope you have enough to live on? Or do you do planning? See, rpcenter.com takes all the elements of your retirement, all of them, and puts them together and comes up with a plan for you. Possibly it's an annuity, or maybe it is sit tight on one and use another. They help you take Social Security in the best way. They talk about Medicare and long-term care. They take care of all of the things you may not think about. rpcenter.com, that stands for Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies. It's a family-owned and operated affair. They are wonderful people, and they will save you money beyond the small fees they charge. 970-663-3211, 970-663-3211, rpcenter.com. The puffer. What the frick?
Did you get the video?
Oh, of
the car thing? I think you're right. I mean,
hi, buddy. Hello, how are you?
He's absolutely under revocation.
I'm sure.
Hold on.
Things are sounding weird.
I like doing the break.
Late last week, but I think after.
I wish I had a little switch, but I don't. That Y connector doesn't work well because it connects both at the same time.
I've got to pump Michael all the way up as well as Tom. I got him practically all the way up.
So listen, so all the airports, you see people sleeping. You see people.
We had somebody text in and
The
said,
country is falling apart.
How was the wedding?
We actually had a caller call in yesterday and said that Hey How was down for like 5 minutes. Like the actual Hey How, not the stream. Hey How. He was driving and so.
Other than that, things are good over here. You? Oh, same. Anything I can do for you to help you out?
Hey Tom, you've got the guy who wants to sell the used car back.
Just getting an idea of where we're at. Same spot as over there.
Plus an open bar the whole night, and then a coffee station for espressos and cappuccinos, and then they have dancing, and then afterwards they have an after party. The next day they have a sponsored brunch for all the guests. The day after the wedding, with all 3 giant breakfast mimosas at the yacht club. He's a home builder in Rhode Island.
How did you get, what's your connection?
Stephanie lives in this neighborhood next to
Nobody in there today? Correct.
Go
for it. All right, 30 seconds.
20 of us from Colorado. 20 of us came from Colorado.
It would have been cheaper to rent a jet.
Well, yeah, but we all made our own arrangements. You're right. It would have been way.
Yeah.
You know, I should have gotten together with people and done that.
Shibloop, 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 shibloop. Button.
Well, it would only say 12. Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Okay, I want to go back to the phones, and I want you to know we're working on all of this stuff. And there's a lot to talk about today. And we have Deputy Dollar on for a follow-up. Now, Deputy Dollar, how far does this problem go back?
Morning, Tom.
Hey, Deputy Dollar, what's happening? When does this go? What does this go back to?
This should be kind of early to mid-July.
Okay, what happened?
So Paula had called into the show, and her husband works for Ken Carroll Painting. He's a 1099 employee, but the owner hadn't paid him for the week. He gets paid every week. And the husband has some child support payments and so forth. So he was getting a little nervous. She called the show, and long story short, I called over to the owner of Ken Carroll Painting, and I texted the owner as well. And the husband ended up.
Now, does he still work there?
Yeah. He's worked for this guy. He does drywall and painting.
But he still works. He's a subcontractor.
Yes, he is.
Okay, got it. And what happened? What did Ken Carl say?
No, so they ended up paying the guy.
Why was he not paid, though? I don't understand. Why was he not paid?
I think the owner just didn't have money that week.
But I mean, okay, I like to give the benefit of the doubt to these people when they come in and they do the right thing. So I don't want to throw stones at the guy, but I Okay. But he
Yeah, I think
did
the
not
owner
get
had
paid.
just been out. He's signing up new customers and things like that. But I think it was simply a case of he was just a little short that week, and so consequently the contractor didn't get paid. He was nervous. He said, "Hey, I've got this commitment for some child care payments." And
okay, got it.
so
Yep.
forth.
Well, that's
Yeah.
good. You know what? If all we did was made some noise, it's worth it. So I
Yes.
really appreciate it. He sounded to you though like a pretty straight shooter, or what?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. That's all that counts. I mean, we don't have to rub his nose in it, but
No, I don't think so in this case.
yeah, but I appreciate you calling in, and we will keep cases coming your way, of course, sir. As always, we appreciate it. Deputy Dollar. Now, let's go back to the phones. And the guy that wanted to sell a used car, is he there? Yes. Chris, you want to sell a used truck, a Mazda truck?
Yes, that's correct.
And you want to know the pitfalls?
Yes. So, no, it's kind of a special case. So I have this 1997 Mazda pickup truck, 122,000 miles on it, and it's pretty much dead. There's a valve cover needs to be replaced, timing belt needs to be done, bunch of other stuff needs to be done to it that adds up to like $7,000, which is worth more than the car.
Uh-huh.
So I want to know, like, what is my best avenue? Like, sell it to somebody who would like to work on it. What would that be worth if it's not running? Is it charitable donation?
You're not a charitable donation is the best thing you can do. There are some that'll come and get it, and if they can't fix it, they give it. They you can take it to a salvage yard and get $300. I don't recommend you sell it to anybody because it's too old and too junky, and it'll come back to haunt you unless you sell it as a towaway junk. Are there people that want to work on a 97 Mazda? Probably not. There's not enough stuff. I mean, it's truly going to the crusher, or maybe a few parts.
Yeah, that's a shame. I mean, it's a good little truck. It's just, costs too much.
Well, hold on. It can't be a good little truck if it doesn't run.
Well, exactly. But I thought, is there a market for somebody who would pick this up and do the work themselves?
Well, there could be. Let's put the word out. Okay, what's the body like?
The body is not bad. It's okay. Yeah.
Okay. And what did you say is wrong with it?
So it has a blown gasket cover or something. They need to replace the hold on, let me see.
A valve cover gasket or a head gasket?
It's I think it's a head gasket.
Well, that's a major deal. You remove that head, you may as well then start getting into the engine. Nobody takes the head off.
Everybody's thinking, Tom.
It says remove and recondition cylinder head.
Poor kids.
$2,500.
What's that?
It says remove and recondition cylinder head to the tune of $2,500.
Yeah,
plus a bunch of other
trust
stuff.
me, man. If somebody is a mechanic and wants to mess with it, but keep this in mind. You can get almost any piece of junk for $300 to $500 and fix it up.
Yeah.
So if you're going to put your labor into it, you'd probably put your labor into something more beneficial. Those Mazdas. Go ahead.
Yeah.
The joys.
If I was going to donate it to a charity, how do I determine what the tax write-off would be? And is that a good
Oh
thing
my
to do?
God! First of all, what's your income? What's your income?
About $250.
You're not going to get anything, bro. You're not going to get anything. You have to have like 1 point something of your. I mean, do you make a lot of donations in a year?
Not a lot, no.
If you make $250,000 a year, you'd have to donate a crap load for it to even reach the exemption before you can even write it off. So the most you're going to get that I see. I'm looking here for salvage. I mean, running, they're $500 to $600. Running to the high of $2,000. What's that?
1997 pickup truck. A 1997 pickup truck with 120,000 miles is $400.
It's five. Listen, if it's running with a lot of miles, it's anywhere from 600 to 2,700, depending on the condition.
Okay. So yeah, I just need to get rid of it. But so the charitable donation could be the way to go, but I'm not going to get any money back in that, and I'm not going to get any.
Oh no, you're not going to get any deduction for this. But what would be, or you just sell it for $300 to a salvage yard. If somebody calls, though, we'll get in touch with you. A 97 pickup truck. Is this a two-wheel drive?
Yes.
God.
Yes.
I mean, okay. That little engine with 120,000 miles is shot, by the way. It's a little four-cylinder, non-rotary, two-wheel drive pickup truck that needs work more than it's worth. So,
yeah. So,
I'm just trying to give you a dose of reality. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings.
Oh no, man. That's why I called. Absolutely. I want the straight shot. But will a salvage yard come and get it if I can get a couple $100 for it?
I don't know about that. You might want to call and find out. We have a lot. We have some good ones. I think Stadium, Clody's. We have different salvage yards that might, or you may get someone who wants some parts. It's worth a few phone calls. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Let's talk. We got more coming up. I do have to take this right now. Okay, we'll take this break. Come right back.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by the Mark Moss Show podcast.
Not too bad of a drive as you are working your way around the metro area highways. I-25 traffic for the most part moving along at posted limits or above for your speeds. A little extra heavy traffic northbound right around Santa Fe. Nothing too unusual.
Yeah, sorry, I'm putting him in now. Yeah, sorry about that.
Hey, Tom, what do you want to do about Larry? Do you want to assign this to a deputy?
He can't hear you right now.
Oh, he can't. Good morning. Thanks so much for calling the Tom Martino Show. How can I help you? Yes.
Now more than ever, keeping your car in good condition is important. Maintenance is the cheapest thing you can do. A few repairs, even electrical issues, all of that you can have done at Sheridan Auto Tech.
Hey, Chris.
.com. It's very important, but what's even more important is finding a place to do it like Sheridan Auto Tech. In business more than 20 years with the honesty, experience, knowledge, convenience, and value. Those are the elements of Sheridan Auto Tech. All kinds of maintenance and repairs, light and heavy, electrical issues as well. On Colfax and Lakewood or Havana and Aurora, it's worth the drive or the wait. 303-455-7242, 455-7242, SheridanAutotech.com.
What's your name?
If you're looking for an RV, look no further than Century RV. Why do I represent Century?
Put you in touch with him. What's
They're
your
up
name?
at 240 and I-25 north of the city, right?
And what's your phone
And I'm
number?
going to tell you why. They have all kinds of RVs. From sometimes they have vans up there to pop-ups to travel trailers, Class
you want to
A's.
go on air
They
and
have
do a two-way?
these fifth wheels that are unbelievable, and they have great prices even in these inflationary times and supply chain issues. They don't seem to be bothered by it, and they're passing all savings on to you. In fact, they have excellent trade-in values too that they'll pay you, and a maintenance facility they just built beautiful to take care of all of their customers. CentryRV.com, 303-453-1111.
And just hang on.
You know, we talk on this show a lot about what I call property catastrophes, fires, floods, being in the proximity of a fire with smoke and soot, or black mold, maybe a broken pipe, asbestos contamination. How about unattended death or crime? Whatever it is, even if your insurance company pays, you should shop for the right restoration company, because if they don't do it right the first time, your insurance company doesn't pay again. You need American Restoration 24/7. Suffice it to say, I've checked these guys out. I've worked with them for years. Rock and his team have all the certifications from EPA, plus all of the memberships they need in professional organizations to assure you the best possible cleanup and mitigation. Also, they can help with rebuilding. They'll do as little or as much as you want. They are honest and they are good, and this industry is riddled with ripoffs. So go to American Restoration 24/7, 8337-AMREST, 8337-AMREST, or AMREST247.com.
Can you hear me now?
Yep. You should be good.
Hey, Tom.
Yes.
What do you want me to do with Larry? Do you want me to assign him to a deputy?
I want first Sherrick to weigh in on it.
I left a message with them. All they have up right now is their answering service. So I left a message to call back, and they haven't called back yet.
Let's give it to Deputy Dollar.
Okay. Hi, Larry.
This database is the best idea we've had.
Oh, with the,
Do you know you can look at it? Up there? Do you see there's a link to it? See call notes? If you click on it, up on the top heading.
Oh, here?
No, the top heading where it says call screener.
Yeah.
Bring your cursor down. Down.
Oh,
Right
here?
there. Now go over one. Right
see
there.
call notes.
Now see that blue here where it says here? If you click on that link below, you have to move your cursor to the link now. It highlights
Oh, I see. And then here.
yeah, and it'll let you look at it.
Oh, great.
It should. You're not on. Wait, what did it say to you? I don't know what it says. It doesn't.
Redirecting you.
It should. Oh, there.
Okay, we're good.
But why? It's. Oh yeah, you log in with your Gmail.
Right.
At Troubleshooter. That's if you ever want to look at calls. Let's see if it lets you in. What? Okay. I mean, you should be there already. I don't know why it's making you do
They
that.
have it in there. What's the fan company that he advertises?
Quiet Cool QC Manufacturing. The whole home fan.
Yeah, that one.
30 seconds.
Gotcha.
Okay, it's QC of Colorado. Colorado. And they're 303 800 3419.
I'm Tom Martino, and guess what? Tom just called in. Let's bring Tom and Chris up. Tom says, hey, I might want to take that Mazda truck and do some work on it. Tom?
Yes, hello. Yeah, sorry, somebody just came to the door at the same time, everything at once.
Okay,
yes,
so go ahead, Tom. What are you interested
I would
in
like
that
to
truck?
Know, first of all, is it a long bed or short bed?
It's a
Chris?
6-foot bed.
It's a what?
6 foot bed.
It's 6 foot.
6 foot, so it's a short bed, okay. And then also, is it a 5-speed or automatic?
5-speed, brother.
5-speed, yeah. Yeah, that would be something that'd probably be worth fixing up, I would think. I mean, I'm driving stuff that's older than that.
Now,
cool.
are you interested in it, Tom?
Yes.
He'd probably be thrilled to get $500, but I'm not going to take $100 off it. But
well, I'd like to know where I can go to see it.
Okay, we can do that off the air. But
that'd be
Chris,
fine.
For sure.
Chris,
How many miles
isn't that
are on it?
great? How many miles? 120,000.
Oh, that's not bad.
120.
Okay. And let's see. Yeah, okay. I guess for the moment that's all I need. Then I'd like to find out where I could go to see it.
Okay, we're going to do that off the air,
Fine,
so
yeah.
Chris is not inundated. And by the way, Tom, do you work on stuff?
Yeah, I do occasionally. I mean,
okay, this is cool.
Really, replacing a head gasket, if that's all the problem it has, is not that big of a deal.
Well, to me it is, but not to you. That's good. And by the way, I just want to say something, Chris. If the Troubleshooter Show is responsible for you selling that, you owe us some chocolate chip cookies. That's all I want to say. We've never charged more than chocolate chip cookies. Okay, so 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Kelly, take them off the air. Make that connection. That's pretty dang cool.
Chris, what's your
We love
phone
making
number?
connections. Get your calls in. Gary, and you can also call 303-MARTINO 24/7, 303-627-8466. Gary,
Okay.
what's going on in your life?
Is 720
Good morning. Hey, my son bought a
519
fifth wheel camper towed behind his truck from a private seller. He didn't have the
yeah.
title
Awesome.
at the
And I'm
time
gonna go
when he
ahead and
paid
give him your
for it.
number right now,
He
okay?
promised to
Good
get
luck.
it to him. It's been 6 months. He can't
Okay,
produce the title. What do
Hey,
we
Tom?
do?
Okay,
Well,
Chris's
he has to
number
undo
is
the deal. I hope your son didn't put a lot of money into it.
587
Not sure what he paid.
0731, and
No,
I
I'm
also
talking
gave him your
about
number.
fixing it up or anything.
No, he just hasn't been able to use it. He can't license it without the title.
Yes, I gave him your
Is
cell
the
phone.
guy cooperative, the seller?
No, he's been giving him the runaround for about 5 or 6 months.
Okay. Here's what you need in a
okay,
perfect world.
Awesome, thanks.
For the seller to apply for a lost title. Your son cannot do it. But what if this guy never really owned it?
That's what we're wondering now.
Okay.
Oh.
So, the seller,
Thanks so much for calling the Tom Martino
you
Troubleshooter
need
Show.
to
How
either
can I help
take
you?
to small claims court for a refund of the full purchase because he breached contract. I hope he has a bill of sale saying he didn't buy a pile of parts. What does he have?
Yeah, he's got a bill of sale.
Good. And it doesn't say it's a towaway or a pile of parts, does it?
No.
Okay. He can take him to small claims court and get a judgment if this guy won't cooperate. But we can call the guy too. Does he have an active, a working phone number?
Yeah, I would have to get all that information from my son.
Gary, when you get that information, call us back, and what we'll do is
Oh,
we
well, that was where I was
will
born.
call for you if you want us to, or you can start a small claim
Just
action.
saying.
But the long and short answer is this. You can get a judgment against this guy for breach of contract if he didn't provide merchantable title and you have a bill of sale. I'm Tom Martino. We have more coming up. Get your calls in, 303-713-8255.
Okay, hang on.
Okay, switch over so we can hear.
Why do people do that without?
I know, because he's a young whippersnapper. I have to use the restroom here. Okay. Okay.
Hey Jay, it's Kelly over at the Tom Martino Troubleshooter Show. Oh, Brian's gonna kill me.
Holders to okay the deal, but that was before Musk.
As the Broncos have sold out 393 consecutive games. That's the latest. I'm Chad Bauer.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Red Pilled America.
Eastbound 6 or US 6 is closed. Maybe an accident between highways 119 and 93, so avoid that area. Now in the heart of the metro area, some heavier traffic northbound I-25 into downtown, westbound 270 between I-70 and Vasquez, and southbound I-25 making your way past the Thornton Parkway. Fox 31 pinpoint weather, 92 for the high today, a chance for thunderstorms. For Thursday and Friday, highs in the upper 70s with a 60 to 70% chance for strong storms and rain. Currently, it's 81. With your Impact Traffic and Weather, I'm Chris McLaughlin, 630 KHOW.
Red Pilled America is the storytelling show that is saving our culture. This week we answer the question, do illegal aliens commit less crime than American citizens? Listen to Red Pilled America every week on the free iHeartRadio app. That's Red Pilled America.
Some big news. Dick Morris's new book came out, and it says Donald Trump is running for president. And right after that, President Trump said it's not a matter of if, but when. You need to get Dick Morris's new bestseller, The Return, today. It reveals Trump's long-expected plan for 2024, his real reason for running, and his coming big surprise. Morris says Trump still might face 3 threats, including Hillary Clinton. And yes, Morris says she's running again. Newsmax says The Return is the book of the year. Already a #1 Amazon bestseller, The Return gives you Trump's plan. Big media, big tech, and the deep state want to stop Trump, but The Return shows Trump will triumph. Get Dick Morris's The Return in bookstores everywhere, or see the free offer from Newsmax and save almost $28. Just go to thereturn911.com. Thereturn911.com. That's thereturn911.com.
Deck Superstore. Deck building supply. More inventory and better condition. DeckSuperstore.com.
Now, your chance to win $1,000. Gas money. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Green. That's green. Enter it now at khow.com.
Yeah. Ripped off. Bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino. Welcome to the show. We are here solving problems, answering questions, taking complaints, and making your life just a little better if we can. And in news affecting our pocketbooks, let me just say, I don't know why people are taking credit in the government for lowering the price of gasoline when all they are doing is releasing strategic oil reserves and nothing else. And then to tell the United States oil industry to reinvest their record profits into this country as if it is their fault they're not producing oil and gas. It's unbelievable to me, the deception at all levels of government, depending on who's in power. The one lying to you is the one in power. Right now, the reason they're not investing in the infrastructure here in America is because the president, in a speech, has actually said it is his mission to destroy the oil and gas industry. It is his mission. Look it up. His mission. I think right now, what they didn't bargain for is the pain and misery it will cost in the transition if done radically. There's nothing wrong with transitioning to cleaner fuels and renewable energy in a feasible, intelligent way. But then to blame oil companies. Now, granted, there are a lot of corporations taking advantage of inflation. There are. You know, I mean, if truly all they were doing is passing on costs, it would be all boats would rise with inflation, but instead they're eking out more profit. Now, by the way, I'm not saying this right or wrong. I'm saying that not all of the inflation is due to policies, Russia, and the pandemic. Some of it is a bit of greed. Because people, hold on, if you want to say, what were you going to say?
Chain.
Well, yeah, supply chain is one of the issues for sure. But don't you think that some companies are taking advantage of the pricing structures now?
I think it's so hard to differentiate between general inflation and specific industries. I'm not aware of any industries I think are price gouging at this time.
I don't think they're price gouging. I think that they find it a convenient way right now to raise prices, even if their bottom lines aren't being affected. Beyond what I'm saying is their expenses. But that's neither here nor there. We're not in a very good place right now. I don't think anyone can say we are in a good place right now. Although people are still employed. Interest rates are not crazy. Did we get any word on the interest rate yet? That's what I want to know. We'll look for that. Meanwhile, Michael, I guess you heard this guy selling. He sold a Mazda truck on the air. You have a restored 72 Oldsmobile Cutlass?
Yeah, it's partially restored.
And is that, what kind of motor is that in that engine?
350.
And what is the level of restoration at this point?
Well, I've done suspension, tires, wheels, motor work, transmission work. Both of them have warranties through a local shop.
How much you have? What about the engine itself? How many miles on it?
It's got maybe 400. I had it redone a year and a half ago. And the transmission at the same time, like I said, I have warranty work for
when
those.
When you had the engine done, was it really redone, the whole thing?
Yeah, I have, like I said, I have all the paperwork from it. They just put a new cam in it and, some other things to freshen it up everywhere.
So it was rebuilt, the engine?
Yes.
Lifters, valves, all of it?
Correct.
How much did that cost?
Between the transmission and the engine, I got about $8,000 in it.
So, is this a fastback or the Salon edition?
It would be considered the coupe style. It's the two-door. I can send you a picture on it if need, but
is it the fastback one? You know what I'm saying? It's got that sloping back.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a Chevelle.
Yeah, okay, that's what I mean. Okay. Yep. And so you have a total of how much in it total altogether?
Oh God, probably 11.
And what do you want to sell it for?
I'd like to try to get 15 out of it if I can. When I started looking at putting disc brakes,
I'm not opposed to people.
Like
I'm not opposed to people listening to this show, trying to find a deal. Who knows? I mean, I do know they were very desirable cars, and
back in the day.
Yeah, they sure were. There was another car that looked like it too. Was it the Chevelle that looked like it? Is that the one?
Yeah,
they were both.
Yeah, the Malibu, the Chevelle, and the Oldsmobile Cutlass kind of all resemble each other.
What is
the car?
My
closest car.
What is the car that I remember seeing the number 442 on it?
That was also an Oldsmobile 442. This has got the 350 and with the 350 turbo transmission.
And it looked like a Cutlass, didn't it? Or it was a Cutlass.
Yeah. It was a Cutlass, correct.
And that had the 442. That's what it was, 442 cubic inch. I just Googled it.
Right. Yep.
But you have the smaller engine.
Right, the 350.
Okay, which is not a dog for sure. How many horsepower is that?
I don't know that number off the top of my head.
And so is it drive-away ready right now?
Oh, yeah. I start it and drive it every couple of days.
When you said it was partially restored, what do you mean? It needs a paint job? What does it need to be perfect?
Well, to be perfect, yeah, I would need, a little bit of body work. That when I started looking into getting the seats reupholstered, and then, getting disc brakes, trying to do all that, I'm like, I'm not going to spend that kind of money.
But what would it come to about? I would say another $6,000, right?
If you got like a custom paint job and the little bit of body work it needs, you're probably looking at least that number in paint. And when I looked into getting the seats reupholstered, it was anywhere between like $2,200 and $4,000.
Yeah, so let's say $10,000. So if you had 10 in it and you bought it for 15, 20, put 10 in it, 25,000. What would it be worth then, fully restored?
They range. I've seen them, go anywhere between 35 and 75.
Wow. Anyway, Michael, leave your information. Leave your information with Kelly, and we'll see what we can do. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Hey, I have no problem with people. I'm not talking. We're not going to be a rummage sale, but I don't mind odd things here and there, seeing if people want it. Why not, right? Now, Mark has a problem with Apex Roofing. What is it, Mark?
Yes.
What's going on, Mark?
Yeah.
Mark?
Can you
What's
hold on one
happening, Mark? What can we do for you, sir?
I'd have to take a look at the car. Can you hold on 1 second for me real quick?
Okay, we got something wrong here. Hold on, let's just come back to this. We got more coming up. Just check and see who's on the line and if they want to talk.
Wireless headphones. That'll be $200.
I'll use my Capital One Quicksilver card.
Now that's a hit. You used the Capital One Quicksilver card, which makes you the hero of every purchase. With Quicksilver, you earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase everywhere.
I wanted running music, but unlimited 1.5% cash back is pretty heroic.
Good instincts. Every hero needs a theme song. The Capital One Quicksilver card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Really, what do you look for with a personal injury attorney? Do you listen to the commercials that say we got millions for this guy or 100,000 for this guy or whatever? Because it doesn't have anything to do with your case. That's the truth. Okay? That's the God's honest truth. What you need is an attorney who'll take all cases, big, medium, and small, attorneys that'll answer your question, an attorney that will work your case directly and not pawn it off to a paralegal, an attorney who knows how to collect, because a judgment means nothing without collection. All of these things sum up my accident lawyer on the show, John Fuller. Smaller by design. If he takes your case, he will work your case. You'll get his cell phone number and personal attention. You won't be just a number. That's John Fuller, myaccidentlawyer.co. That's for Colorado. myaccidentlawyer.co. 303-597-4500. Always on contingency fee basis and free initial consultations, of course. 303-597-4500. For less than you pay for coffee, a brand new Carrier furnace and AC. $4 a day or $96 a month from Plumline. Don't wait to replace that old system. Not when you get a new system for just $96 a month. Castle Rock to Longmont, Plumline's got you covered. Earning your trust since 1998. Service at home. Servants at heart. Schedule online. No phone call, no hassle, no wait. From Plumline and Carrier. Turn to the experts. PlumlineServices.com.
Is your dental condition getting you down? Do bad implants or failing teeth have you feeling hopeless and like there's nowhere to turn? Do you dread never being able to smile again? Dr. Barrett's with Barrett's Dental here to tell you you're not alone. At Barrett's Dental, we can help you get your smile and your life back with total dental solutions, including advanced laser therapy that can save failing teeth and compromised implants. We do this in one convenient location where you'll be treated with tender, loving care every step of the way. You will never feel embarrassed, and we will never judge you. If your last dental experience left you feeling hopeless, give us a call today. We offer free consultations where you can meet us for yourself. And if you're comfortable at my office, it's the last place you'll need to go to get the total dental solutions and comprehensive care you deserve. Call us and schedule your free consultation today. We'll take great care of you.
If you're looking for a safe place to take care of all your dental needs, call Barrett's Dental at 303-502-5562. That's 303-502-5562. Or visit denverdentist.com.
Are you thinking about selling your home? With Orchard, you can skip the typical headaches and hassles of listing a home and go straight to getting an all-cash offer. It's simple. Once Orchard determines your home value, they make you a cash offer. Then, when Orchard sells your home for more than they paid you for it, you keep all the profit. If you're ready to maximize your earnings on your old home and minimize the stress of selling it, you need to try Orchard. Visit Orchard.com and see how you can get an all-cash offer today. Orchard, it's the new way to home.
The economy is heading for a total disaster. The Fed must choose between a stock market and housing market crash or hyperinflation. Hi, this is Stephen K. Bannon, and I urge you to diversify your retirement savings into physical gold today. To help you get started, my friends at Birch Gold have created a free information kit on gold IRAs. To get your free copy, just text SHELTER to 989898. There's no obligation or purchase required. Again, that's SHELTER to 989898.
Hi guys, it's Andrew. Are you struggling with erectile dysfunction and sick of the pills? Well, today, Wednesday, July 27th, we're running an unprecedented one-day special you won't want to miss out.
Hey, Tom.
Yeah.
I left messages for both Brian at Compass and Jay at XL Roofing, so they haven't called back yet.
That's weird. That's weird. Okay.
Gift that produces powerful results in the bedroom. You're going to love that, guys. And today only, we're offering 5 tune-up treatments to our patients free. This is our most lucrative offer ever, worth $1,000. But call today, Wednesday, and qualify totally free. 303-499-6000. That's 303-499-6000. Guys, put a stop to your erectile dysfunction and get your love life back. Call Ridgeside Medical Clinic now to qualify. This offer ends today. 303-499-6000.
This report is sponsored by Dairy Queen.
Mostly sunny skies. We're looking at temperatures today right around 90 degrees. Slight chance for storms this evening and then a much higher chance overnight tonight and then throughout the day tomorrow with a big drop in temps, 70s tomorrow. I'm Fox 31 Pinpoint Weather Team meteorologist Kylie Burst.
Hey, DQ fans, don't forget, Thursday, July 28th is Miracle Treat Day at DQ. With every Blizzard treat you buy at participating DQ locations, you're supporting local children's hospitals. Remember, July 28th, only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
When he's not talking about it, he's tweeting about it.
Do you Twitter?
Follow the Troubleshooter at RealTomMartino. And stay connected with all of Denver's talk station on Twitter.
Just give me your Twitter and I'll follow you.
Find us right now at 630 KHOW. Denver's talk station. Online at khow.com.
Hi, Tom Martino here. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. I want to tell you about Harris Family Law. They're a family law law firm with several attorneys who can specialize in different areas of divorces if you need it, or they can do any part of your divorce. It's called unbundled services. This is very important. Some people do their own legwork and they just need help with a final decree, or they need help with child support or child custody. They need help with one item or another. They'll do unbundled services. They also do collaborative law, which is an area of law where they cooperate with the other side not to file any motions and to keep everything out of court to lower cost. Call Harris Family Law. I hope you don't need them, but if you're facing divorce, it's a time you need a supportive law firm like them. 303-515-5000. 303-515-5000. HarrisFamilyLaw.com. Okay, so, Mark, I'll go back to you. You have a problem. I think the problem is surrounding Apex Roofing you hired to install siding. Is that right?
Well, kind of.
Okay, go ahead with your story.
My HOA hired these people.
Oh. Now, why did HOA hire them? Is this a condo?
It's a side-by-side duplex.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
So they hired this company to come out and do the work, and, you know, there's some shady things going on behind that as far as I know.
Can I ask you something, Mark? Is this a community of duplexes, or is this just your duplex, just you and another person?
82 or 88 homes were done.
Got it. Go ahead.
And so basically, I've been trying to get them to come out and fix the window casings because there's more than enough room for me to stick an entire hand in between the siding and the window casings. And there's some other, you know, there's a J-channel piece on the front of my house that's broken. There's part of the, like, siding where the roofing and the siding meet that looks like it's falling off.
What does your neighbor say, or what do your neighbors say?
They're with me. They want this handled as well, too.
Well, so you would think the HOA wants it handled. They're paying for it.
No, they paid for it, and they're kind of blowing us off saying, hey, you know, contact the company.
Okay, so hold on. They are saying contact the company, but what are they not doing?
They are not contacting the company. They're not standing behind us and saying, hey, yeah, we hired this company, so we'll stand behind the company that we hired to do the job.
But you are the HOA. I mean, tell me, how many homes in this whole complex? Oh, is there 88?
There's another half that has wood-sided houses that I don't know how many there are. I want to say there's 150, 160 houses, I think, maybe.
Okay. So, the HOA says we're not basically involved.
That's the last phone call that my wife received from the HOA was basically, you need to contact the HOA or contact the siding company and see what they'll do.
That's not a totally bad answer. I mean, I kind of like that rather than depending on a third party. So if you have other neighbors that are upset and it's a poor job, why don't you guys get together and designate someone to talk to the company on behalf of all of you?
That's me.
Okay. How many neighbors do you represent?
As of right now, I represent 2 other neighbors, and I'm going to be going around within the next week or so trying to talk to as many of my neighbors as I can to see how they feel.
Okay. What do you need from us?
I got to be honest with you, my friend. I don't know anything about siding. This is my first house. You know, and they're blowing.
Well, I know
me
you
off.
you should be able to put your hand between the siding and the windows.
Well, yeah, I know that too. You know, and you know, I've had this company is supposed to come out on Friday. They didn't come out. They didn't fix anything on Friday. They didn't show up on Friday. They were supposed to show up on Monday. They didn't show up on Monday. They said, "Oh, well, we didn't want to let your dogs out of the backyard." Motherfucker, we're not home. Our dogs are in the house.
Hey, hold on a sec. Just hold on. Thank you. All right, keep them off for a while. And we have a delay, so it's not going to go out over the air. But in any case, the bottom line is this, Mark. I know you're upset. We can have someone, let's see Deputy Smarty Pants if he wants to contact the HOA. Really, it is the HOA's responsibility, but we can also call Apex Roofing. If they did a poor job, they should fix it. They should fix it. It's that simple. And I don't blame you for being upset, but you can't say that stuff on the radio show.
I apologize. I didn't realize I was live.
All right. Oh, you should be on hold right now. Hold on. Dragon, do we have our remote? Do we have our delay back? Oh, okay. So, Mark, if our delay's back, that's good. We count it in delay. I just don't want you doing that. I don't blame you. I would be upset, too. We need to put you in touch with one of our people who can help you make some noise. I agree. Okay. You want to do it? Okay, Deputy Doc is here. He'll give him a call. Hold on. So what he'll be doing is he'll be calling you, Mark, so hang on. And what we'll do is we'll try to get to the bottom of this. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. For some reason, I have been signed out of my account here, so I have to see who's on. Who should I take next? Help me, Kelly. I'm sorry. My account just went blank. Jason. What's going on, Jason?
Hello.
Yeah, what's happening?
Oh, not a lot, my friend. I'm having some plumbing issues at my rental. I'm in a duplex, side by side. I've been there almost 3 months now, and we've
now. Do you own or rent?
Rent.
Okay. And what are the plumbing issues?
Well, it started out with the toilet and the tub backed up with raw sewage, and when we called the landlady, it was conveniently at the same time as she left on vacation. So 4 days later, we were able to get somebody out to supposedly fix the plumbing issues. It was good for about a month, and then a month later, we had the exact same problem happen again. The tub and the toilet backed up with raw sewage.
Oh man, this is unacceptable. Hold on. Okay. What did the plumber say about it?
Well, he said that he snaked it and everything was fine, and everything should be back to normal. And then a month later, we had the same problem, and then after that, it come to find out we actually had raw sewage backing up into our crawl space.
Are they doing anything? Are they doing anything to clean it out?
They partially did. They kind of scraped the top layer, but there's still remnants of toilet paper, raw sewage down there, and most of all, just moisture. There's lots and lots of moisture down there. When I'm in the restroom, I can smell through the heater vent some kind of mildewy, moist
Ugh.
kind of, you know how a towel smells when it's
Yeah,
been
yeah,
in the
yeah.
corner for-
Did you
That's
ever
where
go
my
down and
flaws
look at
were.
it? Have you had anyone inspect that?
We did have when we called our plumber out the second time, because when I called the landlady, 3 hours later, I still hadn't heard nothing from her. So I was like, well, I'm not waiting days and days and days. I'll just call the $99 Ruta guys and have them come clean the pipe and be done with it. Well, when we had that plumber come out, he was like, something is not right, and he called his buddy. And he had to run a video camera through it, and come to find out that the pipe directly under the house is rotting away.
Oh man,
So
see, this landlord does not want to deal with that. Hold on. We'll come right back to you. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. I have a feeling this is going to be a terrible situation with these people. Really. By the way, RealCBDThatWorks.com for pain, inflammation, and anxiety. It's a Golden-based company, Panacea Life. They sell all over the country, and you can get 30% off with Tom in the promo code, RealCBDThatWorks.com.
KHOW Denver, 630 KHOW. An iHeart radio station. Available everywhere on our free iHeart radio app. #1 for music, radio, and podcasts. All in one. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Dairy Queen.
Traffic is moving along pretty well for the most part. A couple issues. Right now there's some slower traffic.
Hey, Tom, real quick, what was the name of that company that you use for timeshare exit?
What's the name of the timeshare company you normally do? Kelly's asking.
Finn. The Finn Law Group is the good one.
Okay, cool.
Email time.
Okay, it is actually the... Hello? Hello? Oh, is this Jalen? Oh, sorry. Okay, hang on. Be patient for me. Hold on. Hi there. It's called the Finn Law Group. FINN.
If you need an expert to your home for home services like plumbing, heating, cooling, electric, and drains, Fix It 24/7 will be there. Fix It 24/7 handles all home services, and they'll send a licensed, insured, background-checked tech to your home for just $39. Do you have a cooling issue? Maybe you have a plumbing issue, an electrical issue, whatever it is, for $39, they will inspect. That's all you have to risk. And in fact, it's no risk, because for $39, they give you a complete, full diagnosis. Now listen, if you have the work done, they will waive that $39. If you don't want to have the work done, that's all you pay for the diagnosis. That's fixmyhome.com. Fix It 24/7. 720-526-3939. 720-526-3939. The last loan you will ever need, because it is a variable rate, simple interest loan, is theliquidloan.com. Why do I say the last loan? You don't have to refi. It goes down and up with the market. You may think that's a bad idea. It's not, because you're only paying simple interest. That means you pay interest only for what's on the balance. You don't pay all the interest up front with just pennies to the principal. Now, you can choose to pay interest only, or you can choose to pay principal interest, and you'll pay it off sooner than a regular loan. Or you can just plop down a lump sum on the principal whenever.
Oh,
Or
yes.
never pay principal if you're only going to be there a few years.
This is Become the Banker, right?
It's your loan, the liquid.
Were you guys scheduled to
You
be
can
on
even
today
borrow
or tomorrow?
more if you have equity.
Yeah, that's
And
what I thought.
Simple
Okay, I think
interest
we got
on
it
it.
mixed
And
up
every
that-
dime you
that
have in the bank
supposed to be on
counts
today.
against your average
So,
daily balance, which pays,
and
which
so
makes,
he told me that,
which means you're
you know,
earning
that
that on your
to
money, and
call
you're
and leave a
paying less
message. So
interest
I-
on your
but
home.
when I
You
looked
got to
back in my
find out
email, I
more
saw that
with
you
affordable
actually-
interest
Suzanne actually
mortgage.
scheduled you for
Theliquidloan.com.
But you're not going to Tom's house, right?
720-895-0500.
You're gonna be,
720-895-0500.
Okay. So if you want to call in to this.
Hey, Kelly.
She just stepped away.
All right. Never mind. Got it.
When she walks back, I'll let her know. I'll let her know you wanted her.
All right. No, it's not a big deal. I just saw her note. I wanted to ask her about it, but.
Does he need something?
Yes, Tom was just calling for you. So it's not majorly important.
What's up, Tom?
No, I did. Did I have the wrong day for Joe?
Yeah, they're scheduled for tomorrow. They were supposed to be at your house, but now he's just going to join by phone. And they don't know which one it's going to be yet. And so they'll let us know when they call in tomorrow.
All right.
And I have texts into both Jay at Excel and Brian is busy today, so he can't go on. I reached out to Josh, and I haven't heard back from him yet.
Brian can't go on. What about Matt
Jeremy.
Corneo?
Jeremy, sorry.
And there's also Matt Corneo.
Okay, hold on. Jeremy just texted me back. I'm getting him on right now.
All right, 20 seconds.
By joining the Guy Reese Loyalty Program. Stop by a store or go to GUIRYS.com to sign up today. Guy Reese, your neighborhood paint store since 1899.
Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. GarageMagic.com. Don't forget Garage Magic for your hangar floors, garage floors, warehouse floors, patios, pool decks, walkways, whatever you want, they can do it. Garage Magic. All employees, no subs, fully insured, and a lifetime guarantee on the finish. 720-600-HOME. GarageMagic.com. Okay, so I got this distressing call, or letter, or email, I should say, from someone who rents out a home. And the tenants were pissed that he was not renewing the lease. You're not going to believe what they did. This is, I almost hesitate to talk about it because people might copy it, but I can't not talk about it because when I Googled it, it seems to be some kind of trend. Kelly, how soon are we going to have Compass on? Because I thought she said he was coming right on, but let me just hold that thought for a second until we get them up. And let me.
I've got him on right now.
Okay, good. Is it Jeremy?
It is.
Jeremy, welcome.
Thank you.
Are you there? Jeremy, Compass.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Home of the insurance checkup, by the way, and we used to say check to see you're not paying too much for coverage. They will check with 25 companies independently. Or now I'm saying not just that you're paying too much, but also check that you're not underinsured, because that could be devastating, as the people in the Marshall fires found out. Now, listen to this, Jeremy. This guy was renting out his house and he didn't renew the lease. When the tenants moved out, he noticed that every sink, tub, and toilet was clogged. And he saw this powder. Upon investigation, he came to find out that the tenants had dumped concrete, cement into all the drains.
Oh, wow.
Now, that's hateful. That's hateful. That's criminal. We can go on and on and on. These people don't have a pot to piss in. If he gets a judgment, he'll be like getting a few.
Sure.
If restitution is ordered, I had that done once. I went after the scammer. Restitution was ordered, and consumers got $10 a month, if that. And then he skips most months. But the bottom line is this, that this is destruction and vandalism, I would hope, covered by homeowners. He literally has to redo all of his drains and his entire drain system to the street. We're talking maybe $40,000 or more.
Sure. Yeah.
Now, have you heard of anything like...
I have. Yeah, no, I've been a part of more than a few of these, and it is a fine line. This one's not. In general, the struggle is a fine line between vandalism, which for most policies is a covered peril, and hard living. So the ones I've seen, it's like, hey, there's some stains on the floor, and, did they purposely do it? And, it can get a little muddied. This obviously
or
is not that.
the dog chewed the curtains or the door jams or something. But
Right.
this was intentional. You have to intentionally
100%.
buy concrete and pour it down.
And it goes beyond intentional, though. It's intentional with the intent to cause trouble for the landlord. So let's say, I punch a hole in the wall, okay? Well, I might be upset at something totally unrelated. It has nothing to do with the landlord. That's not vandalism. So vandalism is I'm purposely trying to put them out, whereas punching a hole in the wall is intentional, but I just lost my temper because of whatever happened, right? That hole in the wall is not going to be covered. That's not vandalism in the sense that obviously you're putting concrete down all the drains. You're doing that with a very direct intent to, cause financial damage to the landlord. So, yeah, I mean, that's about as quintessential of an example that I would think of for vandalism.
Now, will the
So it just
insurance
comes
company
down
go
to
after? Will the insurance company pursue charges against these people or pursue reimbursement?
It's always a case by case. I mean, they're out, let's say $40,000. If they think they have any chance to try and recoup some of that money, certainly they will. But they're also going to look at it to kind of your point. If they're not going to invest more money if they don't think they have a chance to recoup it, and that's going to be a case by case basis depending on who the person is, what they think they're going to be able to collect, and every case is different on that.
Now, what about one case many years ago we had? The tenants took out all the copper plumbing and wiring. And what would that, and in some cases we have people remove toilets and sinks. What do those things, light fixtures, Is that also vandalism, or is that theft?
No, that's theft. And theft for most policies, most rental policies, is not a covered peril.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I mean, or if there is, there's going to be a smaller amount of coverage. So companies that do cover theft, it might be, $10,000 or $20,000, but it's surprisingly, we don't see a lot of that. We see a lot more of the vandalism than we actually see theft. But yeah, rental policies, what we call them is dwelling fires is the proper term. It's a type of policy where you're renting the home to a tenant. Those policies are not nearly as encompassing as a homeowner's policy. So they're by far the least favorable type of policy for an insurance company because they can't underwrite who's living in the house. That's a great unknown. They could underwrite the person buying the policy and say, hey, they're great, they're low risk, but they don't know who's living in the house.
Now, if you required renter's insurance, as part of renting out a home and you were named in it, would renter's insurance cover any of this?
No, not typically, because where the coverage would come from is the liability, and liability is not going to pay for anything that's intentional. And so that's if they accidentally, set the place on fire, they weren't trying to do it, but they fell asleep with the candle. Yeah, that's why we encourage all our landlords to have their tenants carry a renter's policy, because you'd want them to have that liability to pay for some of that damage. But if they're intentionally doing it, whatever the damage is, then no, it's not going to cover.
All right. Well, thank you very much. That's Jeremy with Compass Insurance Group. And don't forget, home of the free insurance checkup, 303-996-9000. We have more coming right up.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by the Mark Moss Show podcast.
Traffic is running heavy now northbound I-25 into downtown, starting around Downing or so. No reported accidents, but just some heavy volume as you work your way through. Southbound I-25 running slow at the Thornton Parkway because of a crash, and US 6 eastbound is closed between Highway 93 and Clear Creek Canyon due to an accident in the area. Fox 31 pinpoint weather, a high of 92 today with a chance for thunderstorms. For Thursday and Friday, highs in the upper 70s with a 60 to 70% chance for strong storms and rain. Currently, it's 80. With your Impact Traffic and Weather, I'm Chris McLaughlin, 630 KHOW.
The political leaders are only making things worse, and I can't believe what they just did this week. I'm Mark Moss, helping you navigate the decentralized revolution. Listen to The Mark Moss Show on the iHeartRadio app, on Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Excel Roofing has it all. They have a repair division. They have a gutter cleaning division for customers that needed their gutters cleaned. Also, they have a replacement division, and we've had major hail in Aurora. Did you hear about it last night? Don't go with a door knocker you know nothing about. You never have to sign at the door, never have to sign to have people look at your roof. That's all a bunch of crap. Call Excel Roofing, as in excellent, EXCEL, excelroofing.com. They have full and complete contracts, as they've been doing for 30 years. They have not a penny that they take up front. They say you don't pay a cent until you're content. And they have project managers for each and every job, 30,000 satisfied customers. I'm one of them. I've used them more than once. 303-761-6400. 303-761-6400.
Severe weather is on the rise every year. Rather than relying on our aging power grid, millions are choosing to protect their homes with Generac automatic standby generators. Would you like to be a part of this lucrative industry? Generator Supercenter, the #1 Generac generator dealer in the nation, has franchise opportunities available in Denver. Join the industry-leading team with a proven franchise model, generating 3 streams of revenue. Limited opportunities are available. Find out more now at GeneratorFranchise.com. That's GeneratorFranchise.com. GeneratorFranchise.com.
Hi, it's Marty Lenz for Gay Ribble with Empower Home team of Keller Williams Realty DTC. If you're planning to sell your Denver area home, you know that due to low inventory and rising interest rates, the market has shifted, and according to Gay, the market will continue to shift for sellers. The question is, now what to do to get the most money for the sale of your home? Good news, because Gay Ribble has the solution. She understands that every situation is different. Your Home Sold Guaranteed is the standard she sets for selling your home fast and for the most money. She guarantees to sell your home at your agreed-to price and time frame, or she will buy it. And her stats are amazing. On average, Gay nets her sellers $30,500 more when compared to other agents. Call and ask about Gay Ribble's guaranteed sale program at 833-453-SOLD. That's 833-453-SOLD. Online at Gay spelled G-A-Y-E, gayhasthebuyers.com. That's gayhasthebuyers.com.
Can you imagine an office where you can have all of your complex dental needs taken care of in one location? Dr. Barrett's with Barrett's Dental here. If you're looking for a dental office where you'll feel safe and won't be judged, then you need to call Barrett's Dental. With our extensive skills, we can solve all of your dental problems in one safe location. Because we do it without referring you from doctor to doctor, we can get you healthy, change your smile and your life in a fraction of the time of other offices. If you're scared, feel hopeless, or endlessly frustrated by your dental problems, we can help you. We can help you chew normally and eat the foods you love again, laugh and smile freely again. We can help you get your life back. At Barrett's Dental, we're good people doing good things for other good people. Call us. We'll take great care of you.
If you're looking for a safe place to take care of all your dental needs, call Barrett's Dental at 303-502-5562. That's 303-502.
Hey, Tom.
Yeah.
Are you done with Jason on line 2, the sewage? Are you going to assign that?
Oh, yeah, I'll go back to it.
Okay.
I forgot. Let me see. Let me see. Wait a minute. Jason is sewage. Okay. Yep.
He's the guy that cursed.
Yep.
Had anybody heard of Clinton or Carter before they became
Jason.
running for president?
Oh.
Jason is the crawl space sewer.
Yeah, the crawl space sewer guy.
Got it.
And claim that a couple. You're going to make it slightly more. In other words, so Professor Larry, I'd like to take it by our good friend Professor Larry Lesser of the University of Texas at El Paso Lotteries, and really great at just in the math department, and a true expert. Ross Kaminsky in the morning and Dan Kaplis in the afternoon, 6:30, KHOW, Denver.
All right, 20 seconds.
The thing about Carter and Clinton, nobody heard of them 2 years before the election.
Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Jason, in going over your problem where the sewage, multiple sewer backups,
what's up?
Now you have remnants in the crawl space, and you have your own expert saying it's a broken pipe below the house. It's pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that the landlady, or did you say it was the landlady?
Yes.
will not do anything or doesn't want
Well,
to.
she partially cleaned it up, but there's still remnants of toilet paper and sewage.
Well, she has to clean it all. And in addition to that, you need to tell her that you're suing her for damages. You need to tell her that. We're suing you for damages because we're getting sick from this. And you need to play some hardball here. And Jason, you're not going to like what I have to tell you, but the most power you have is what's called a constructive eviction. You don't have to live there under multiple sewer backups. I don't know if you want out of your lease, but this would be a ticket out of your lease.
Okay.
Do you want out of your lease?
Because at this point, I'm ready to move. Because if this is the way she's going to treat with something of this severity, what's going to happen when something else comes along?
When is your lease up?
I just signed it. I'm almost 3 months into my lease.
All right, you have to be very careful on how you do this. You have to Google about constructive, listen to this, constructive eviction in Colorado. In essence, if it was me, here's what I would do. I would say that this house is not habitable due to the nature of the sewer backup and health problems, and we've had multiple sewer backups, and you have a broken sewer pipe below the house that needs to be repaired. And it's intolerable, and therefore, hold on, and therefore it's intolerable, and therefore I am going to end my lease, and you give her a date at the end of the so-and-so, and you expect all of your security deposit back and no negative comments, or you're suing her. That's what I would do. And that's called a constructive eviction.
Okay.
I mean, you really need to let her know that you're serious about this. Only you can do that, Jason.
I mean, I've told her that we can smell it upstairs. We've even gone as far as to find a company that would come out and do it, and they were ready to rock and roll the next day once they got the authorization, and we've not seen nobody.
Okay. When they said they were ready to come, why didn't they come?
Because we gave her the estimate that we found.
How much?
It's up to her.
How much?
I think it was like $1,500.
What's going to prevent it from happening again if they don't fix the pipe?
Well, supposedly they fixed the pipe.
Oh, okay. If
Now
all you're worried about
in the crawl space, that's becoming a nuisance.
Another option you can do is get it documented.
I have video in my phone.
And then and then you pay for the cleanup and sewer for it.
Okay.
Now, you can also let her know that you're going to withhold it from rent. That's very dangerous because she may evict you or try to evict you, and you would have to use that as a defense. There are multiple things you can do, but I don't know if you want us to take a stab at calling her, but I would, if I were you first, you already have a price, and if you can afford to fix it, you may want to do that and then sue her in small claims court. If you want us to call her for you and try to light a fire, leave that word with Kelly and we'll assign it to someone. I'm Tom Martino. We have more coming up. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Stick around and we'll tackle your problems. So if you're on the line, hang on the line. We'll be right with you.
Hey, Jason?
Sorry about that. I hate being
Just
dumb.
verifying.
No problem.
Does he have lives?
No, we're good here. Get him. He's all yours.
What do you got?
Hey, Tim. Tim. Tom. With Jason, do you want to assign him to Smarty Pants or somebody?
If he wants someone to call, yeah.
Okay. All right.
I don't know how the doling out of cases have gone so far.
We haven't given anything to Marty, and Doc has, I think, one.
Good.
Okay. Then I'll do it.
Your free consultation. Call QC Kinetics, 303-900-8986. That's 303-900-8986. 303-900-8986. Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
KHOW Denver, an iHeart radio station. It's Tom Martino, the Troubleshooter, mornings at 10. Streaming live on our free iHeart radio app and at khow.com.
ABC News, I'm Alex Perez. President Biden says he's back working in the Oval Office.
I've just tested negative for COVID-19 after isolating for 5 days.
The president credited his mild symptoms to the vaccines, along with taking the antiviral drug Paxlovid. He also encouraged Americans to get up to date on boosters. On Capitol Hill, the heads of gun makers, along with advocates from gun rights groups and gun reform organizations, are testifying at the House Oversight Committee hearing. The focus is on the assault-style weapons often used in mass shooting. No winning ticket drawn in last night's Mega Millions lottery. That means the jackpot has ballooned to just over $1 billion. It's the third time in 2 decades the Mega Millions has become a Mega Billion. On Wall Street, stocks are in positive territory. Investors are waiting to see if the Federal Reserve raises interest rates. This is ABC News. Testimony is underway in the civil trial involving Alex Jones, the conspiracy theorist who claimed the 2012 school massacre in Newtown, Connecticut was a hoax. Jones says the First Amendment is on trial. A new report by Amnesty International says a, quote, suffocating Taliban crackdown is destroying the lives of Afghan women and girls.
Interviewing dozens of women across the country, Amnesty found the hardline Islamist group repressing and abusing females in every area of their lives. The Taliban forcing girls, some as young as 11, to marry. That's linked to a new ban on girls attending school after 6th grade. Women largely pushed out of the workforce, and those who dare to break the rules or protest face Taliban detentions. Jordana Miller, ABC News, Jerusalem.
2 new studies provide more evidence about the origins of COVID-19. Research shows the pandemic emerged from a market in Wuhan, China. Alex Perez, ABC News.
Stay cool this summer with AC Pro and O'Reilly Auto Parts. Right now, get a $15 O'Reilly Auto Parts gift card after mail-in rebate with the purchase of select AC Pro ready-to-use refrigerant products that include a hose and gauge. Beat the heat before you hit the road with AC Pro at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Technology allows drones to deliver pizza. Here's mine now.
Uh,
Okay, some say half of that stuff was bubble gum, and half of that stuff was meaningful.
Penny Lane, holy shit, that's a really good song. Have you ever heard Fool on the Hill? Day after day, alone on a hill, the man with a foolish grin is keeping perfectly still, but nobody wants to know him. They can see he's just a fool, and he never gives an answer. But the fool on the hill sees the sun going down, and the eyes in his head see the world spinning around. And this is say, well, on the way, head in a cloud, the man of 1,000 voices talking perfectly loud, meaning an empty-headed piece of shit calling this guy a fool on the hill. But
Okay,
nobody ever
I
hears
agree.
him.
I will go back to half.
But the fool on the hill, okay, anyway. So, but there are so many, man. I never understood this song. I'm a loser and not what I appear to be. Of all the love I've won and have lost, there is one love I should have never crossed.
That's pretty simplistic.
She was a girl in a million. My friend, I should have known she would win in the end. I'm a loser. I lost someone who's near to me. Oh, I'll tell you what. The best song in the world. This is the one. I mean, this is one of the shortest songs. Oh my God.
Which one is this?
This is called I Will. Who knows how long I've loved you? Who know I love you still? You know I love you still. Will I wait a lonely lifetime? If you want me to, I will. I mean, that one verse right there is so simple, but
It's
so beautiful.
It's simple.
For if I ever saw you, I didn't catch your name, but it never really mattered. I will always feel the same. Love you forever and forever. Love you with all my heart. Love you whenever we're together.
Yeah.
Love you when we're apart. Well, okay.
Yeah.
And when at
The
last
other
I
one-
find you, your song will fill the air. Sing it loud so I can hear you. Make it easy to be near you. For the things you do endear me, you know I will. I mean, it's such a simple.
The other three you
Yeah, but simple, but simple is good too. I mean, when you can do simple in a way that is beautiful, I mean, you know, it's. In fact, I don't know of any rock groups really that have good lyrics. I don't know of any other than them. I might be wrong, but I don't know of any. I mean, if you compare them to their contemporaries, you know,
we may be looking at this 50 years later, and things evolve over time. Tell me what you think of this guy.
You know, and by the way, Bob Dylan, he was a poet more than anything.
And so I found this guy.
Who is he?
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. This hour brought to you by Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. If you need to know what your house will sell for or what it will bring in this market based on actual sales, talk to someone who sells more homes than most, and he sells them in a shorter time, and he does it with his proprietary pricing bracketing system that gets multiple offers. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. A free market valuation with no obligation, but you'll never do better than to list with him. 303-920-1622. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. I got to get to the phones who've been waiting a while here. Daryl wants to talk about medical malpractice. I know people have been waiting longer, but this malpractice thing, there's a reason I need to go to it, because most medical malpractice is not worth pursuing. I hate saying that. But, Daryl, I want to take it to see if it is. What's going on, Daryl?
Last August, I had my first round of surgery. Fella put in for it was a lower back fusion.
Oh my God. Okay.
That's
terrible.
L1 through like S something. Anyway, there was.
I feel for you, brother. I just went through a decompression surgery, and I have a 100,000 times better, perfect, wonderful, and unfortunately, I did not go with a recommended fusion from an orthopedic doctor, and I instead went for a strategic freeing of the nerves from a neurosurgeon. Thank God, because fusions almost always fail. Go ahead, Daryl. Tell me your story.
Well, this fellow put in 6 screws, 2 posts, and then a net on the front side. He did 2 different surgeries, one in August and one in October. The one in October was supposed to be a net around the front side. He went in through my stomach.
So why did you have 2, one in August and one in October?
Because he didn't feel confident in doing the surgery all at once through my back. Okay. That should have been my first ding.
Well, not necessarily. Anyway, so you had 2 different. Hold on. Did you have 2 different procedures, or were they both the one fusion?
2 different procedures. One to put a cage around the stuff. That was the one that went in through the front, and the one in the back was for the fusion.
All right. So what's the result?
What's the result? After October, November, December, January, February, nothing was done. I had no physical therapy, no follow-up appointments, nothing. I went to a second doctor for a second.
Now, wait a
opinion.
minute.
Hey,
Wait a minute. Wait, hold on.
Okay.
They didn't automatically schedule follow-ups?
Nope.
What are you talking about? No follow-ups?
They did one because I was complaining, and oh my gosh, the painkillers were just going like candy. Okay, you get shocked here when I tell you what's up.
Well, hold on a sec. Who's the doctor?
What's that doctor's name? Jensen, Michael Jensen.
And how did you find Michael Jensen?
He was referred to me by my first primary care physician.
What practice is he with?
Hang on, I'll get that card. So the other day.
Usually they
He's
schedule
with,
follow-ups all at once.
Yep, I know. I know. He's with the Center for Spine and Orthopedics.
The Center for Spine and Orthopedics?
Yeah.
Okay. Where are they located?
What
hospital?
They're 9005 Grant Street, so it's North Suburban.
I just want to know, without going through all of your misery, where do we stand right now? Just tell me what's going on.
Where do we stand? I went to a second surgeon, and this guy, I love this guy. He's prior military. He took one look at my x-rays and said, oh, my God. 4 out of the 6 screws weren't even attached.
Was the second surgeon an orthopedic doctor or a neurosurgeon?
Yes, sir. Orthopedic doctor.
Okay. And your second
his name's
opinion, what did they say?
Dr. Posley. He was shocked. I mean, there was 4 out of the 6 screws that they put in weren't attached.
By the way, the time you get a second opinion is before surgery, by the way. Okay, go ahead.
Well, I got the second opinion after the second surgery because nothing was going right. Dr. Jensen wasn't calling me. They poked around at me a little bit.
All right, so what did the surgeon say after your second opinion?
He got my butt right into surgery and called Dr. Jensen.
What did he say was wrong?
The 4 screws out of 6 weren't attached to anything. They were just in there.
Oh my God. Okay. Is this guy willing to be your expert at trial?
Posley? Yeah. He's a good dude. I called Ramos Law Firm and they wouldn't do anything.
Well, Daryl.
They just blew me off.
Daryl, can I tell you why?
Absolutely.
Most malpractice suits are not worth pursuing. Okay?
I think this one is. This guy hurt me for better than a year.
Daryl.
Sir?
I'm going to tell you, your opinion and my opinion don't matter when it comes to malpractice. Here's what's going to matter. What's going to matter is how you ended up. Okay? So what I need to know is, was it corrected?
I'm still under the care of the physician where I go back to him in mid-August.
Well, are you out of pain?
I'm doing okay.
Are you out of pain?
I can't go back to work.
Okay, but what we have to determine, listen carefully before you just say yes. We have to determine. Let me know when you want to hear what makes up malpractice. Let me know, okay?
Go ahead, please.
Okay.
Please.
You have to determine if what that first doctor did leads to a bad result long term. For example, you can't go back to work. Were you ever going to be able to go back to work is the question. Would Dr. Posey, the second doctor, say, had he not done that, you would have been out of pain and you would have been back to work? And the fact that he delayed proper treatment or did it wrong the first time, even though I tried to fix it, could not completely fix it because he screwed it up so much. Daryl, that is what's required. Not that he did it wrong, but that what he did wrong caused additional damage that cannot be corrected. Okay?
Yeah, bones disintegrated, and he ruined 2 discs.
Did he do that, or was it going to happen anyway?
Yes.
Okay. Now,
the bones that he tried to screw those screws into disintegrated. He knew they were disintegrating when he put them in there.
Now, how old are you? How old are you?
I'm 58.
Okay. Now, Daryl, I'll tell you why Ramos didn't want to touch it. Because, and Doc, will you back me up? Deputy Doc, of course, he's a doctor, and he knows a lot about malpractice. He hasn't been sued. I'm not talking about him, but he knows about insurance and about how they fight it. And here's what I want to say. For expert opinion, Daryl, for an attorney to take this on with contingency, to get to the courtroom, not counting court, to get to the courtroom, the work that is needed with depositions, medical records, and expert testimony and depositions, to get to the courthouse is going to be about $150,000 to $200,000. Doc, yes or no?
I'm not sure, but it's a lot of money.
Okay, so maybe let's say it's not going to be less than $100,000. We know that.
Right.
Okay. Now, once they get to court, the attorney's time. Let's get right to it. It's going to approach $200,000 or $300,000 to litigate this. Now, that attorney now has to make up that $300,000 plus make money. To make money on top, he'd want to make you pick a number. So if you take $300,000 in costs, and you have an award, pick an award. Pick an award.
2.5.
You think 2.5 million? Why? Tell me
Well,
why.
Because we got to pay the attorney. It took my wife's.
What I'm saying is, Daryl, you're not going to, for a year of discomfort.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. I don't want to argue with you because I want you to win. I would like you to get $10 million. I would like you to get $10 million. The problem is, here's what I love. Life, here's a saying that will come true all the time. Life is its own teacher. Now, what does that mean? You're going to learn if you have a case. And what's going to teach that to you? Life. When you go out and try to find someone to represent you, that will tell you if you have a case. If you get an attorney who says, oh my God, this is terrible, and we can collect a lot of money, you will have your case. You will have your case. How many attorneys have you talked to?
Just one, the Ramos lot people. I figured I'd get.
And you talked to Ramos because you talked to him.
I talked to them, but they bounced you off to some other company that they work with.
Well, that's because he doesn't do malpractice, okay? What you need is someone who does malpractice. You go straight to a malpractice attorney. Now, listen, Daryl, I'm not saying you don't have malpractice. It sounds like malpractice. If this guy put screws into nowhere and knew your bone was deteriorating and didn't do anything to correct it, it could be below the standards of the industry for your back. Your back could have been so screwed up that no one could have done it right. I don't know the answer to that, Daryl. I just know this, that even if you have malpractice, you have to have first a doctor tell you it is below the standards and it is malpractice. Then you have to have an attorney to take the case. So that's what I mean when I say your opinion and my opinion don't matter. Neither does common sense. And believe it or not, neither does a year of pain and misery if it is corrected. However, if you have permanent injury, can't go back to work, your life, you suffer, and this guy could have prevented all that, then you have a case. But the only thing that matters right now is if an attorney will take it.
Okay,
go ahead.
Just to further your question, my primary care and Dr. Mosley have.
Daryl.
Yes.
We have questions.
Are you out?
I can't hear the guy.
Okay.
Are you out any money from the second surgery?
Oh God, yes.
How much?
From the first one too. I paid for this completely out of pocket.
What?
Yeah.
You don't have insurance?
You know, I have, but they denied and denied and denied. And
how much did you pay out of pocket for everything so far?
Surgery. All of them. Probably 60,000.
Okay.
How much?
60.
60?
Now listen, man, I want to know another thing.
Minimum.
You were prepared to pay for a surgery for correction, so you would subtract that from it. But listen, man, here's the bottom line. You need to talk to a good malpractice attorney. And
you.
I'd like to get one on to know the real costs and all that. And we can find someone. I'm going to put it in producer's notes if you can get him on. He does it, and he has done it. It's not his specialty, but he's on a referral list, and I would really respect his opinion.
Okay.
Marco Bendinelli, I'd like to talk to.
Copy that.
And you should talk to Marco too, because if he doesn't feel he can do you justice, he'll tell you up front. He'll tell you straight up front.
What's Marco?
Bendinelli. We're going to try to get him on the line for you. Hold on, okay? I have to take this break. I believe I went way over. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255.
Severe weather is on the rise every year. Rather than relying on our aging power grid, millions are choosing to protect their homes with Generac automatic standby generators. Would you like to be a part of this lucrative industry? Generator Supercenter, the #1 Generac generator dealer in the nation, has franchise opportunities available in Denver. Join the industry-leading team with a proven franchise model, generating 3 streams of revenue. Limited opportunities are available. Find out more now at GeneratorFranchise.com. That's GeneratorFranchise.com. GeneratorFranchise.com.
Affordable Interest Mortgage has the liquid loan. I've told you why I love it. It's a 30-year line of credit. And that line of credit, you pay simple interest only on the outstanding balance. So you get to decide. You want to pay principal interest only and have lower payments? And if you're only going to be there a few years, that would be great. Or after a few years, you decide to stay. You can pay down your principal with a lump sum, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, or if you won the lottery, $100,000. Whatever it is, you can pay it down. And if you need the money, you can borrow it back. If you have extra equity, you can borrow that too. It's a 30-year line of credit. You borrow it up, you pay it down. In fact, whenever you have money in the bank for normal bills, it's like you're earning interest on that, because every dime you have in the bank counts against your average daily balance. So you pay less interest. You will never find another loan like theliquidloan.com at Affordable Interest Mortgage, 720-895-0500, 720-895-0500. And speaking of mortgages, let's talk about reverse loans. As you know, they are very special items, and we have very special people that handle them, like Empower Reverse Mortgage. If you're thinking about a reverse loan and you have questions, Mark knows that. Mark Massey and his team have a special helpline for you to ask any question you want. There's no question too small or too big they can't answer about reverse loans. People have questions about it, like accruing against your home and what does it mean? And you want to get out of a house payment, maybe get assisted living, or maybe you just want to fix up your house, have a line of credit. 720-500-7719 for all your information. 720-500-7719. That's empowerreverse.com. And while we're on the topic of real estate, as I've told you before, hundreds of times, Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, can help you buy or sell a property. If you're looking at listing your home, talk to Frank. He'll do a free market analysis, no obligation to list. If you do decide to list, he'll never hold you to a long-term contract because he wants to earn your trust every single day. He has stats to show what he sells for and the length of time it takes, and it's faster and for more money than most. He'll show you in black and white. No gimmicks, just results. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, 303-920-1622.
Are you embarrassed by your smile? Are you unable to eat the foods you love, afraid to laugh, afraid to live a normal life, even afraid to go out in public? Dr. Barrett's with Barrett's Dental here. I believe that you deserve a smile that you can be proud of so you can live your life the way you want, with the peace of mind that you can smile without embarrassment and that your mouth is healthy. At Barrett's Dental, we want to help you get your life back. I invite you to my office for a free consultation where you can find out for yourself if you are comfortable at Barrett's Dental. Total Dental Solutions, meaning we can handle all of your dental care.
Hey, Tom.
If he writes a letter to, if he has an attorney write a letter to the doctor, and the doctor forwards it to Copic, if the doctor has Copic, Copic will take care of it, and if there's malpractice, they'll give him his money without even questioning it. Because $60,000 to them is cheaper than going through a 2-year trial.
Hey, Tom.
What's that?
I'm trying to get Marco right now, but Jalen on line 1 has a really interesting question that probably a lot of people don't know the answer to, and he's been waiting for an hour. So I don't know if you want to take him
I will
as I'm
take him.
trying
I
to,
will.
to go to Marco. Yeah.
Yeah, and I would. Okay, yeah.
So I'm going to tell him that you're going to go straight to him, okay?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, Jalen, he's going straight to you. I'm so sorry that this has taken so long, but it's a really, really, really good question. So, all right, so just be ready for him. We got about, let me see here. I've got 2.5 minutes or so before we come off the break, so just be ready, okay? Thanks, Jalen. Oh, it's very interesting. He never received a W-2 from a company. The company went out of business, and now there's no contact information. There's nothing.
I have information on that. We've handled it before.
Yeah, but well, I'm just saying, like, he can't contact the company, so he's, like, really in a bind. But I think it's probably not an uncommon thing, and so people probably don't know how to do it, you know? So it's an interesting question.
Farms.
The Rockies get a matinee draw with the White Sox to close out their two-game set. Antonio Sensatella will be on the mound. Quarterback Russell Wilson took the field for his first training camp with the Broncos as the first practice was held today. Live Golf continues to grow as the controversial Saudi-backed Upstart League is expanding to 14 tournaments on its 2023 schedule with a collective purse of over $400 million. I'm Frank Arity.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick, and here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network, presented by Mercedes-Benz.
The Rockies get a matinee draw with the White Sox to close out their two-game set. Antonio Sensatella will be on the mound. Quarterback Russell Wilson took the field for his first training camp with the Broncos as the first practice was held today. Live Golf continues to grow as the controversial Saudi-backed Upstart League is expanding to 14 tournaments on its 2023 schedule with a collective purse of over $400 million. I'm Frank Arity.
This family takes turns turning heads, brains, beauty, and athleticism. All they need now is for you to drive them off the lot. The Mercedes-Benz family of SUVs, a family of unrivaled vehicles, waiting at your local dealer. Mercedes-Benz.
Need some gas money? Listen every hour from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. weekdays for your chance to win $1,000 to...
I did. I just talked to him. He's going to hold through as I'm trying to get Marco.
Brighten your home and save 10% on Benjamin Moore paint by joining the Guy Reed Loyalty Program. Stop by a store or go to GUIRYS.com to sign up today. Guy Reed, your neighborhood paint store since 1899.
It's the Dan Kapla Show. Afternoons 4 to 6.
Wednesday at 4. JonBenet Ramsey's brother says the governor might solve this case in a matter of hours if the governor permits another DNA test. Should the governor allow that? Join me at 4.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Welcome to the show. Listen, I want to talk about the malpractice in a minute, but first I need to go to Jalen because Jalen's been waiting a long time. And I'm so sorry, Jalen. We've had so many weird cases today. Go ahead, Jalen. What's happening?
Hey, how's it going, Tom? I'm calling today because I've received a old W-2 from a company, and the company actually went bankrupt. And well, I filed my taxes for this company, but the taxes got kicked back. So, and I don't
wait.
have,
Why did the taxes get kicked back?
It was something wrong on my end. Something as far as like a wrong address or a wrong account number.
A wrong account number for what?
To receive my direct deposit or something. It was something so small that they just kicked it back.
But it wasn't. Hold on. It had nothing to do with your company going bankrupt.
I don't think it has. I don't think it did.
All right. How did you file? Did you have a W-2 that you filed with your taxes?
Yes, I filed with Free Tax USA.
And okay, so they got kicked back and you have to refile. What do you have to do right now?
This is actually the tax year is 2018, and I mean I've already been the IRS has already taken money from me to repay for the tax year, but I'm just trying to get in contact with somebody so that I'm able to receive all that W-2 from that year. But the company went bankrupt, so I don't have an HR person.
Jalen, hold on. You're confusing me. Let's go back to tax year 2018. You worked for a company that's no longer around. I get that. But when you filed your taxes for tax year 2018, did you have a W-2?
Yes.
Okay, the IRS still has that W-2.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, they do, and they will give you a copy of that W-2.
Oh, okay. That's simple. I've been trying to contact the company. I went up to the company's place.
But Jalen, I'm gonna give you a couple ideas. When they kicked your taxes back, why? What did you don't need your W-2 if it was filed once? Why do you need that W-2? That's the part that confuses me.
Because I was trying to file it again. I haven't. Once they kicked it back, Tom, I didn't have access to the. I don't have access to any of the phone or any of the things that I did file with at that time. So
yeah, but when Jalen, when they kick it back, the only thing you have to do is correct the one thing they kicked it back for. You don't have to refile the entire return. Again, I'm confused. When they kicked it back, when did they kick it back? A week ago, a month ago, a year ago? When? When did they kick out 218?
So in 2018, they after I filed, I ended up getting in some trouble. So I ended up going away for a whole year. So by the time that I got out, I ended up realizing that the tax year was kicked back. So I don't know exactly when they kicked it back, but I just know.
Okay. So when 2000, you didn't find out till 2020 that.
Yes, sir.
Okay. The 2018 that was kicked back, you can still now correct it and refile it. Did you do that?
No, I didn't, because I didn't have. I went on to Free Tax USA and I didn't see the return on there, so that's why I was trying to find out who would I contact.
But the IRS, when they kicked it back, how did you know they kicked it back?
Because I had to call and verify myself, and over the phone, the IRS woman told me that this is why it happened, and I can go in and refile it again. I just have to do, yeah.
All right. Did she say why you needed to refile?
I couldn't remember, sir. I don't know if she said it.
Jalen, what you're saying doesn't make sense unless they lost your return. But if they kicked it back, they would say it was kicked back for this reason. You didn't have an accurate account number. Then you can supply them an account number. You don't usually have to refile. Now, why do you want to refile? Is the IRS on your case about refiling?
Well, for this 2022 year, when I received my taxes this year, they had taken like $4,500 away from me due to that year. Yeah.
I get it. What they're saying is, since you did not file in 2018, that's what they're saying. That's the only reason they do this. Since you did not file in 2018, they are imputing income to you and taking an estimated amount of tax that you owe. Okay?
Okay.
That's what's happening to you. Whether you like it or not, it wasn't that it was kicked out. They're saying you didn't file. Okay? And now what they're doing, or it was a fraudulent return. And now what they're saying is this is the correct amount you owe. And what you're saying is, if I can refile, I can prove that I have money coming back. Did you originally have a refund coming in 2018?
Yeah, it was about $1,800.
Okay, and instead of getting $1,800, they took away $4,500. I get it. Now I get it. here's what you need to do. You need to call the Taxpayers Advocate, and you need to get a copy of your return for 2018, along with the W-2s, so you can file an amended return. That's what you need to do.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay,
that
so-
W-2 will be with it. And they should be able to supply that to you. If for some reason you have a problem, you call us back. That is what you need to do. And by the way, I thought you were going to say you never got a W-2, and in that case, you go back to whatever pay stub you have and calculate to the best of your ability the amounts that were withheld and the amount you made, and the IRS will accept it. But that's not the case here, so don't do that. What you need to do is get a copy of anything the IRS has for you. If the IRS does not have a return for you, then you're going to have to reconstruct a return to get some of that money back. Call us back once you find out if they have a return or not, and we will help you each step of the way. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. More coming right up.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Michael Brown in the morning and Dan Kaplis in the afternoon. 630 KHOW, Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's Strawberry Frosty.
Traffic is slow northbound I-25 starting at Arapahoe. This because of an accident with the two left lanes blocked northbound I-25 approaching Yale. Now once you get past Yale, your speeds improve. Heavy up again as you work your way past 6th Avenue into downtown. Accident just cleared southbound 225 at Yosemite. Watch for some sluggish traffic. Fox 31 pinpoint weather, a high of 92 today with a chance for thunderstorms this afternoon. For tomorrow and Friday, highs in the upper 70s with a 60 to 70% chance for strong storms and rain. Currently, it's 80. With your Impact Traffic and Weather, I'm Chris McLaughlin, 630 KHOW.
With the Strawberry Frosty, time to enjoy yourself is built in. They're so rich and creamy, they're built for you to slow down, relax, and just take it all in. So when it's time for Frosty time, and Strawberry Frosty time is for a limited time, choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's.
Genesis Total Exteriors can do all of your storm damage on one invoice. In fact, they can also do your solar. How does that work together? Well, here's how. If you have storm damage on your roof, as long as you're getting a new roof, it's an excellent time to assess solar possibilities. And Genesis can do both. GenesisTotalExteriors.com and GenesisSolarCO.com. If you want to combine it, they can do it all at once. That's Genesis Total Exteriors. Or maybe you need new siding or windows or doors, whatever was damaged. They can take care of it on one invoice. GenesisTotalExteriors.com, 303-679-8509.
From the hosts of the hit podcast Root of Evil and the creators of Atlanta Monster and Up and Vanished comes your newest true crime podcast obsession, Facing Evil. Each week explore a new crime that deeply resonates with all of us.
This case hits home for me because I am an openly gay woman. But to be quite honest, I think I would have come out much sooner in life if Matthew hadn't been killed.
Listen to Facing Evil on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Over at 5280 Magazine, where professionals are selected by their peers as among the best in Colorado, Aspenwood Dental has made the grade for 14 years in a row. Hey, it's Ross, and that doesn't surprise me at all because Aspenwood Dental has been truly fantastic for my family. When my wife had a tooth fail, Dr. Dan Zeppelin replaced it with an implant that you can't tell from the original tooth except that it's stronger. And when I had recent significant tooth pain, the Aspenwood folks fixed it without needing the tooth extraction that a prior dentist had recommended. The whole team, Drs. Yaros, Augustine, Zeppelin, and Son, are experienced, talented, and truly caring. So whether you need general or family dentistry, cosmetic dentistry, or the very best in replacing missing or failing teeth, please go where Kristen and I go, and that is Aspenwood Dental. Remember, you can always get a free consultation. Get started at AspenwoodDental.com. Once again, that's Aspenwood.com.
So many people have told me about Orchard, and no wonder. It's the new way to sell. For example, Orchard makes you a cash offer for your home. And when your home sells for more, you keep the difference. No longer do you have to choose between an easy home sale or the best price for your home. Let me tell you about Rudy, a recent Orchard customer. Rudy's home sold on the market for $33,000 above his cash offer. Had he gone to a home buying company, he would have missed out on that extra money. But with Orchard, he got more cash at closing. Rudy's story isn't unique. 99 out of 100 Orchard customers sell on market for more than their cash offer. Getting started is easy. You go online and enter your address at orchard.com. Takes just a couple minutes and lets you skip home listing hassles. If you're thinking about selling or just curious what Orchard would pay for your home, get a no-cost, no-obligation offer at orchard.com. That's orchard.com.
Some big news. Dick Morris's new book came out, and it says Donald Trump is running for president. And right after that, President Trump said it's not a matter of if, but when. You need to get Dick Morris's new bestseller, The Return, today. It reveals Trump's long-expected plan for 2024, his real reason for running, and his coming big surprise. Morris says Trump still might face 3 threats, including Hillary Clinton. And yes, Morris says she's running again. Newsmax says The Return is the book of the year. Already a #1 Amazon bestseller, The Return gives you Trump's plan. Big media, big tech, and the deep state want to stop Trump, but The Return shows Trump will triumph. Get Dick Morris's The Return in bookstores everywhere, or see the free offer from Newsmax and save almost $28. Just go to thereturn911.com. Thereturn911.com. That's thereturn911.com.
Never call your insurance for a roof inspection. Hi, Jay Brett's here, the owner of Excel Roofing, with my sons, Henry and Alex. Henry, why shouldn't homeowners call their insurance for a roof inspection?
Because, Dad, the homeowner will get a claim on their record even if there's no money paid.
Right. Alex, what should a homeowner do?
Call Excel Roofing. 303-761-6400. We'll inspect the roof and let the homeowner know if they should file a claim.
Guys, why should homeowners trust Excel Roofing?
We've been in business for 29 years, A+ BBB rating, and we're Tom Martino's favorite roofer.
At Excel, you don't pay a cent until you're content. Call 303-761-6400. That's 761-6400. Or go to excelroofing.com.
This is Dave Logan for the law offices of Dan Caplis, a serious law firm for serious cases.
Denver's talk station. Online at khout.com.
Hi, Tom Martino, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Welcome to the show. Trying to help you solve your problems and answer your questions and taking your complaints and making your life just a little easier. Okay, now, this thing about malpractice, Deputy Doc had some good ideas. I wanted to go back to real quick, Daryl. Daryl, Deputy Doc said, even if you can't get an attorney to take the case, if you contacted that doctor with a complaint and had it laid out very logically and the mistakes and pointed them out and demand a refund or you're going to sue, Deputy Doc, explain what would happen, do you think, and what has happened in the past. Go ahead. Without naming insurance companies.
Sometimes if there really was something done wrong and you can contact the doctor, his insurance company may make you whole financially. They may not give you any money for pain and suffering, but if they judge that you had a second surgery by another doctor due to his, we won't say malpractice, but due to his surgery, his actions, they may reimburse you for the cost of his surgery and the second surgery. So I think that's definitely worth a shot because it won't cost you a lot of money.
Okay.
Now, that's something to try. That doesn't mean you'll get anywhere. But I know that in some cases where consumers have complained, companies have said, or even the doctor sometimes might do it himself. I want to keep this off the books. Let's just pay you out. You may not get extra money, but when all is said and done, it might be the easiest way to go, especially if you can't get an attorney interested. And we're having a problem getting an attorney on, right, Kelly, on this?
Yeah, he hasn't gotten back to me yet, so.
Okay.
Still trying.
And if that's not, but here's the deal. There is a major law firm in town that Deputy Doc says most of the big malpractice. What's the name of the firm?
It's Leventhal Lewis.
Leventhal Lewis.
And if you ask for Jim Leventhal, he's one of the best malpractice attorneys.
If you can get a consultation, Daryl, with Jim Leventhal, I mean, if they're one of the best, they're going to either take it or not.
And they may just write a letter to the first doctor demanding reimbursement.
So start there, and then you take it one step at a time. But that's what we would do. Go and get a consultation, see what that doctor says, and then if nothing, maybe you try writing a letter to the doctor, an email, and presenting your evidence and see what the doctor offers. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Bennett, welcome to the show. What's going on, Bennett?
Hey, Tom, you know I've been fighting this nephropathy, right?
Yes. You were having some issues with your extremities, Bennett?
Yes. Basically, Tom, my feet are just killing me. And I went to Colorado Pain Care. They've prescribed a couple things that we're going to try. But the main reason I'm calling you is Marty has called me and talked to me about several options. And I can't give this guy enough credit.
Deputy Smarty Pants has good follow-up. He cares for people. I'm glad that you found that acceptable.
And again, Tom, if after I get done with Colorado Pain Care, and if it starts to work with their options, it's my last resort. And if it does work, I will give you a call.
Are you on medications right now, Bennett?
They gave me some. Well, I've got to buy some tomorrow at the King Soopers Medical Store. They're trying this, and it's a 4-week patch thing that you put on your arm. And it's not covered by insurance, but it's only $90, so which is no problem. I don't mind paying that.
Bennett, how old are you right now?
I am 77, Tom.
You may want to consider a neurologist for nerve testing.
Well, you know, Tom, I went to one, and I was very disappointed. He wanted me to put in magnets into a glove into my hands.
Well, you didn't go to a real neurologist. Did you go to a real neurologist, MD?
Well, according to my regular doctor, he was a neurologist.
All right. Bennett, let me know how it goes with Colorado Pain Care. Thank you for letting us know. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. WaterPros.net will get you a great whole house water system for softening, better plumbing, better skin, better laundry, less laundry detergent, a longer life for all plumbing, and it's under $2,000, fully installed for the whole house, or drinking water under $900. WaterPros.net. And let me just give out that number real quick. 303-862-5554, 862-5554.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by ExpressPros.com.
Very slow traffic on northbound I-25 anywhere between Arapahoe Road up through to your approach to Yale, where there's an accident there clearing off the left 2 lanes, so you want to move to the right to get past that. That is also impacting your southbound 225 drive, trying to get onto northbound I-25. Fox 31 pinpoint weather, a high of 92 expected today with a chance for some afternoon thunderstorms. For Thursday and Friday, highs in the 70s with a 60 to 70% chance for strong storms and rain. Currently, it's 81. With your Impact Traffic and Weather, I'm Chris McLaughlin, 630 KHOW.
Take the stress out of your job search. Visit ExpressPros.com for jobs from a variety of industries. With more than 850 locally owned offices, the Express team is ready to help you find your next job. Go to expresspros.com.
Because of the QCColorado.com. What is that? It's quiet, cool, whole house fan. It's a fan that I have in my home, and I'll tell you what, here's what I do. I use it a lot. It destratifies the air, bringing cooler air up and hotter air out through the attic. It's a whole house fan that's quiet and cool, and it helps your air conditioner work less. Now, in some cases, toward the end of the season or on some days, you don't need AC at all. I'm serious. I'm telling you, overall, I save probably 70 to 80% on air conditioning because of this. Call them. There's still time to have it done. You'll get benefit all year long because on some hot summer days, you just air out the house from having it all closed up. QCColorado.com. You will love the way they do business. It's a few hours to get in and get out with a remote control. No messy wiring or opening up walls. 303-800-3419. 303-800-3419. Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies. Let me explain it like this. No matter what you're doing in retirement, you need a quarterback. You really do. I know because I've had all kinds of plans and all kinds of stuff I stashed away and all kinds of things, and I don't know the first thing of what to do because I'm getting older and I'm thinking, okay, do I just draw the money out? What do I do? How do I make it less? How do I make it for income? What do I do about Medicare? What do I do about long-term care? What do I do about this? What do I do about that? You can start thinking about it at 30, or you can start thinking about it at 70. Whatever it is, you need to start thinking about it, and rpcenter.com can help you. Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies, a group of 3 gents that run the place along with all of their consultants, and they're wonderful people, a father, son, and son-in-law, and it's a family-run operation that you can trust. That's rpcenter.com. I'm using them, and I recommend them. 970-663-3211. They will save you money and help you through your complicated questions. 970-663-3211. Do you want a price on the phone for your granite or your quartz or your countertops of any kind, even man-made or stone? They have all natural stone. They have a wholesale on all materials. Who else does that? They only charge for the fabrication and installation. They also do cabinets, and they'll give you a price on the phone. So no matter what surface you want for your countertops, you can call theartofgranite.com, theartofgranite.com, or go out and visit them. West Colfax and I-70, they have a beautiful yard in Golden area. That's the artofgranite.com. I'll give you the number. You get your price on the phone. They'll ask you a few questions, and they're pretty darn close. 303-386-5919. 303-386-5919.
Ready to sell your vehicle or perhaps upgrade to something sharper? The Sharpest Rides wants to buy your ride now, no matter the mileage, make, or year. Get the best possible price with an honest and professional appraisal. Or shop our selection at thesharpestrides.com, where for every vehicle sold, a donation is made to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. Can't come in? Call 303-934-3410 and ask for DJ for a remote appraisal. The Sharpest Rides, Colorado's #1 online
Is your
dealer.
dental condition getting you down? Do bad implants or failing teeth have you feeling hopeless and like there's nowhere to turn? Do you dread never being able to smile again? Dr. Barrett's with Barrett's Dental here to tell you you're not alone. At Barrett's Dental, we can help you get your smile and your life back with total dental solutions, including advanced laser therapy that can save failing teeth and compromised implants. We do this in one convenient location where you'll be treated with tender, loving care every step of the way. You will never feel embarrassed, and we will never judge you. If your last dental experience left you feeling hopeless, give us a call today. We offer free consultations where you can meet us for yourself. And if you're comfortable at my office, it's the last place you'll need to go to get the total dental solutions and comprehensive care you deserve. Call us and schedule your free consultation today. We'll take great care of you.
If you're looking for a safe place to take care of all your dental needs, call Barrett's Dental at 303-502-5562. That's 303-502-5562. Or visit denverdentist.com.
How long does it take to tackle a home project? With Angie, you could cross it off your list before this ad is over. Just tell us what you need. Indoor or outdoor, repair or redesign, and we handle the rest, sending a top pro to get it done. You don't have to lift a finger, except to tap the screen or click the mouse. Plus, Angie is free to use. So bring us your next home project, and we'll bring it home. Download the app or go to Angie.com. That's ANGI.com to get started.
Hon, look, it's heartburn.
How did he know we were at the beach?
No clue, but he's not ruining our vacation. I packed Prilosec OTC. With just one pill in the morning, Prilosec OTC prevents excess acid production that can cause frequent heartburn, so we can enjoy ourselves.
Speaking of, time for our luau.
Aloha heartburn.
One pill, 24 hours, zero heartburn with Prilosec OTC.
If possible, while taking Prilosec OTC, use as directed for 14 days to treat frequent heartburn, not for immediate relief.
Afternoons 2 to 4. It's Leland Conway.
Cheryl Atkinson joins us. She's going to be posting links to stories that Google once heard to censor off her website. Big tech censorship on Wednesday, 6:30 K-House, Denver's talk station.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Let's talk to Jeffrey. Jeffrey, what's going on with you? How can we help you, Jeffrey? Sorry.
Yeah. Hey, listen, Tom, thank you for taking my call. I'm a 68-year-old man. I got in a wreck back 35, 40 years ago, which is a long time, and then I was in the hospital and blah, 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 and the police came and
it was how many years ago? 35 years ago. Okay, and then what?
Yeah. Well, what they did is that they said that, we were in pursuit of this man. He had run a speed trap and got into a wreck, and a lot of people were hurt. There was no doubts.
Now, how badly were you hurt? How badly were you hurt?
Well, I was hurt bad enough to be hospitalized for like 21 days. Had a broken collarbone and shoulder, and my forehead was cracked, almost split wide open in a sense. But
so it was
the bottom line was
it was a high-speed chase, and you were an innocent bystander.
No, well, it's ironic. They claim it was a high-speed chase, but when the data came out and when the police came to the hospital and the doctors threw them out because I was in shock or whatever the game was there, the following day they came into the hospital bed where I was in actually a room, and they served me with all these papers that claimed that, you ran this speed trap, we, have all this data. But the nurse, this woman that held a cloth on my forehead for 20, 30 minutes before any police or an ambulance showed up, my lawyer found her and asked her, well, how many minutes really was it? And she goes, well, it was 20 or 30 minutes for her. And so the questions became, like, if I was running a speed trap, why wasn't there an officer right there at the scene? So anyway,
hold on. Jeffrey, hold on. Was a cause ever determined?
Well, no, it never was.
Now, why did you hire? Did you hire an attorney 35 years ago?
Yeah, because he was like a family friend lawyer.
But what were you looking for? What were you looking for? Like a personal injury lawsuit then?
No, I was looking for how to get the hell out of this.
Out of what? See, that's what I'm confused. Jeffrey, I'm confused. Get out of what? Were you charged with anything?
Negative. I was at first charged with high speed, vehicular, this and that, and blah, 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 and running a speed trap and in pursuit. But when my lawyer got involved, he found that nurse that held that rag on my head.
Okay, hold on. Was it later dismissed?
Well, it became a real public thing. This was in Waterville, Maine.
All right, hang on, Jeffrey. Hang on, and we'll explore this. I'm not sure what we're doing. We'll explore it.
As a marketer, you want to reach everyone, adults, teens, millennials, but it's not like these groups all hang out in the same place, right? Actually wrong. They're all right here, listening to radio commercials just like this one. Radio ads connect with 93% of Americans every week. That's more than Google, more than Facebook, more than TV. In fact, radio reaches 20% more millennials than TV. Want more of the people you want to talk to all in one place? Visit iHeartAdvertising.com and get AM/FM working for you. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
Hey, Jeffrey, what's your full name? Hold on. Jeffrey Pispys. Okay. And where did this accident happen? Is that WATTAVILLE? Okay, so what was the address, or what was the place of the accident? On, and what was the name of the river? Kenny. Kennedy Memorial Drive. Okay. All right. And it happened on the bridge? It happened on the bridge? Okay. All right, Jeffrey, hang on for me.
And hundreds more are hurt after a 7.0 magnitude earthquake. The quake triggered landslides and destroyed buildings in the northern part of the country. A new collaboration between Harvard University and Oxford University Press will compile the first dictionary of African American English. Perez, ABC News.
Say hello to Zoom One. Zoom One brings together Zoom meetings, chat, whiteboard, phone, and more, all in one place to streamline your team's communications so you can simplify the way you work, whether you're in the office, at home, or a mix of both. Get more of the Zoom you know and love with meetings, chat, whiteboard, and phone bundled together into Zoom One. Find out more at zoom.com/one. Zoom One features vary by plan.
I love my hardwood floors, but I wasn't sure how to take care of them. Carrying around the bucket was such a hassle, and even worse, my string mop left streaks and haze behind. Then I found Swiffer Wet Jet Wood, the all-in-one tool made specially for wood floors. Its microfiber-like pad is soft, and it sprays a light mist solution that dries fast. With Swiffer Wet Jet Wood, it's easy to keep up with the mess on my wood floors. Even that mess.
Swiffer Wet Jet Wood, proud member of the National Wood Floor Association.
KHOW News Time, 103.
Broncos optimism is soaring on this first day of training camp. Nathaniel Hackett, the new head coach, and talked about what he's looking for from his players during camp.
You know, one thing I always, I talked with George right when I got here. For me, over my career, it's always been about the tough guys and the intelligent guys. It's not necessarily, that rocket scientist. It's that football smart. Sometimes a guy that might be that equal measurable, like you say, it's about the guy that understands the game.
It's Hackett's first training camp as a head coach. He was previously the offensive coordinator for the Packers. Banning abortion nationwide would result in a higher number of deaths by mothers during pregnancy. That is the finding of a University of Colorado Boulder study, which says 24% more mothers would die if they did not have access to abortion services. The mortality rate increases to 39% when focusing only on black mothers. The study notes that abortion is a proven and safe procedure, and that denying access to abortion raises the chances of death during pregnancy. That's the latest. I'm Chad Bauer.
Now, impact traffic.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's Strawberry Frosty.
It's a busy afternoon out there. Northbound I-25 approaching Yale. An accident has the two left lanes blocked. Stop and go from Orchard. That'll set you back over 35 minutes right now. Also seen slowing southbound I-225 between Tamarack and the I-25 interchange because of that wreck. Emergency road work northbound Parker between Hampden and I-225 starting to get bunched up on that stretch. And an object on the roadway eastbound Highway 36 at Sheridan. Your Fox 31 pinpoint weather. Slight chance of rain and 90 for the high today. Better chance of showers and down to 63 tonight. Tomorrow, good chance of rain and thunderstorms, cooling down to the mid to upper 70s, mid to lower 80s, and showers likely Friday. Right now it's 79. With your impact traffic and weather, Katie Mitchell, 630 KHOW.
With the Strawberry Frosty, time to enjoy yourself is built in. They're so rich and creamy, they're built for you to slow down, relax, and just take it all in. So when it's time for Frosty time, and Strawberry Frosty time is for a limited time, choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's.
Some big news. Dick Morris's new book came out, and it says Donald Trump is running for president. And right after that, President Trump said, it's not a matter of if, but when. You need to get Dick Morris's new bestseller, The Return, today. It reveals Trump's long-expected plan for 2024, his real reason for running, and his coming big surprise. Morris says Trump still might face 3 threats, including Hillary Clinton. And yes, Morris says she's running again. Newsmax says The Return is the book of the year. Already a #1 Amazon bestseller, The Return gives you Trump's plan. Big media, big tech, and the deep state want to stop Trump, but The Return shows Trump will triumph. Get Dick Morris's The Return in bookstores everywhere, or see the free offer from Newsmax and save almost $28. Just go to thereturn911.com. Thereturn911.com. That's thereturn911.com.
Deck Superstore. Deck building supply. More inventory and better condition. DeckSuperstore.com.
Now, your chance to win $1,000. Gas money. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bills. That's bills. Enter it now at khow.com.
Ripped off. Bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. Genesis Total Exteriors wants you to know they're doing solar, and it's a great time to do it if you're having your roof replaced anyway. They do roofing, siding, gutters, fences, decks, painting. They do stucco, windows and doors. GenesisTotalExteriors.com. For all your needs, whether storm damage or not, they can do your home improvements on the outside. GenesisTotalExteriors.com. Welcome, I'm Tom Martino. We were talking to Jeffrey. Listen, we talk to all kinds of people about all kinds of things. And the bottom line is this. We strive to help. Let me first go through some text real quick. Tom, would you share the name of your surgeon? Yes, I will. I'm going to talk about, in fact, so many people have asked me about my back surgery. I'm going to take some time tomorrow to talk about it and to talk about what I learned about failed back surgeries, successful back surgeries, and how some failed back surgeries for other people are successful and how successful back surgeries for some people are failures. So there's no such thing as all one size fits all. There isn't. I have learned so much about back surgeries that I really do want to get into it, but I want to devote a lot of time, not a lot, but some time to it tomorrow, and that'll be an interwoven theme. And so, Kelly, let's make some notes, okay, that we're going to do that.
Sure.
I'll finally really talk about it because so many people have requested it. I normally don't like talking about personal stuff, but this is more than personal. So many people are affected by low back pain. And I promise you, I'm making a note, we will be discussing it tomorrow. We will, okay? And I'll tell you why I chose a neurosurgeon as opposed to an orthopedic, but how an orthopedic surgeon might be better for other things. And who knows, maybe Talib wants to chime in. He had back surgery too. That's up to him, of course. And Deputy Doc did. But I learned so much. And I think the biggest thing I learned is that different situations call for different modalities. And that, thank God I did what I did, because the others would have failed. But that doesn't mean they fail for everyone. So we'll talk about that. Okay? I promise you I will. As far as more texting real quick, Tom, Joe Biden's mission is to crush the oil and gas industry, because I was talking about this and talking about how they're bragging now about bringing down gas prices by releasing their strategic reserve. Not only that, we're selling much of our strategic reserve, not just using it, but selling it. And then, anyway, he says this, for his climate change religion, he wants to crush oil and gas. And it's a violation of the First Amendment because Congress shall make no law or establishment of religion. I get it, climate change, albeit a farce and a false religion. It's a definition of a religion of the left. It's a set of beliefs, values, practices based on teachings of their leaders. And it takes a lot of faith. Tom, a Chevy Chevelle, Pontiac, GTO, Buick, GS, Oldsmobile 442 were all the same body style. We were talking about that earlier in the show. Tom, one big problem with gasoline and diesel and kerosene is a shortage of refining capacity. I read somewhere where we haven't commissioned a new refinery in more than 10 years in this country. So that's Richard, the limo driver. And that is in regard to saying, what did Biden mean when he said that the oil and gas industry should invest some of their profits back into the country? Maybe he's talking about refining facilities. The guy who wants to donate the old Mazda truck, he should donate it to Step Denver. They'll take it in any condition. And that's about it. Just wanted to bring you up to date on some texting. Now back to Jeffrey. Jeffrey, 35 years ago, was in an accident. He said the causes of that accident were a mystery to him, but he was charged with multiple offenses back then, 35 years ago. He was 21 days in the hospital. It's possible, Jeffrey, that you lost your memory, your short-term memory, as to what happened and how it wrecked, but you were charged with multiple defenses. Now, I know you want to tell a story, but I need to ask a few questions, Jeff. Did you defend yourself? Did you actually have to go to court on these offenses?
Not really. What I did was, like I said, we had a family attorney, Norman Levesque.
Okay, it doesn't matter. What did he do? What did your attorney do?
Well, he said, I got to try to keep you out of prison because you've done something really bad. You lost control of your vehicle on a curved bridge, and you were drinking, and you had Valium in you. You had a lot of problems. But, they kept you alive. Nobody died. But the bottom line is that the charges were based on the Waterville Police Department of Waterville, Maine, claiming that I had broken a speed trap and that they were in pursuit of me, and I get into this wreck. But yet, when it all ended, this nurse, so-called nurse, or a person that came to my rescue, we found her, and she goes, well, it's really hard for me to believe that there was anything in pursuit with me for 20 minutes holding a rag on your head. And
I get it.
So
I get it. How long after? Hold on, bro. How long, Jeff? How long after this did you find that nurse?
It wasn't that long. It was a research.
What did your attorney do with this information, Jeff? What did your attorney do with this information?
Well, he didn't really tell me exactly what he did, but what he did tell me is that I found her, and that I'm communicating with the Waterville Police Department of what the heck they're claiming, and how it ended. And I just make it brief. How it ended is that they falsified the documents. They said that they had this, but yet the logs showed very clearly there was no pursuit, there was no radar trap, there was nothing like that, and that it was to 24 minutes before an ambulance or a police officer got to the scene, and yet they were charging me with all this stuff.
No, I get it. So what does all this mean? Why are you calling now today? I get what you're saying. You're saying they made up a story, some cockamamie story, about you evading them, and it couldn't have happened because you wrecked and waited 25 minutes for the first vehicle to show up. I get all that. That doesn't have to be repeated.
Exactly.
But what I need to know is why today?
Okay,
what do you
right,
want to?
I understand.
Jeffrey.
I want to know if there's a statute of limitation. After
Yes.
through these years, I've had several brain scans and this, that, and the other.
Yes. There's a statute of limitations, and every single one of them has expired long, long ago.
All right. That's
every
what
one
I'm
of
scared
them.
of.
Why did this come up again? Like now? What were you thinking? Like maybe?
Well, because I'm at the hospital right now, getting ready to have another brain scan. And I'm sitting here waiting, doing my time, listening to you. Listen, Tom.
Now, why do you need a brain scan? Are you having symptoms, or are you having problems from that original wreck 35 years ago?
That's what they claim. They claim that the frontal lobe was damaged when I was a very young man at that wreck. But at that time, I never knew that.
Oh man! But here's the thing.
And then they gave me, let me finish this, Tom. They gave me what they called a public apology. They made the judge and the chief of police come to the courthouse with the attorneys, with cameras, and they said, "We apologize for trying to railroad you."
Oh my God! Wait! This is part of record. Was this ever in the newspapers and all of that?
Well, yes, it was, and it's definitely on record. It's got to be.
Okay.
There's no way you can have a day like that.
Jeffrey, so this happened 35 years ago. Why didn't you pursue? Why didn't you pursue a suit against the police department back then?
Because my lawyer at the time said this would be a good deal for all of us. That's what he said. He goes, "This would be a deal where you got a lot of people hurt. You're hurt. We got a lot of, I had a brand new spanking truck. That's totaled." He goes, "We can get everybody paid off. Everybody's going to be happy. And if you do not file suits against the city of Waterville, Maine, then we'll clear this thing up with a public apology." That's how it ended.
Okay. So that's too bad that they actually admitted in court and gave you an apology. What do you think the real reason the accident happened? What does your attorney think?
Well, the reason why the accident happened, no doubts, was my fault.
Okay, but you're saying
I lost control of my vehicle.
Okay, so it was your fault, but the charges were trumped. Why did they not just get you for reckless driving? Why did they have to trump up all the other charges? Were you drunk?
Well, I have to admit that I did. I throw a bottle of Jack Daniels over that side of that bridge. It was a couple hundred feet down. I had
Jeffrey,
been eating
then
a couple
if you were
of
driving
items.
drunk and was anyone else hurt?
Yes.
Well, then what the hell are you upset about? I mean, you did have a lot of problems back then. So what are you upset about? They didn't have to make up too much.
Well, my attitude is strictly that law enforcement shouldn't be making up anything.
Yeah, but they didn't cause your accident.
No, but I'm not saying that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that why do they even try to write the paperwork up that
I don't know.
They're in pursuit and all this crap?
That's a mystery to me, Jeffrey. That's a mystery to me.
It
so
is a mystery.
We'll never know. But the fact is, you were driving drunk. You did lose control of your vehicle. And how many other people were hurt?
4.
And was anyone killed?
No.
Okay. Were they severely
but
injured?
hurt. Yes.
Are they like lifelong injuries?
Well, I never really got the details on that.
You know, Jeffrey,
like I said,
Jeffrey, this is a mixed thing here. You really were guilty of hurting people and driving drunk. For that, I have no sympathy. I don't know why they wanted to make up stories, but the way I look at it...
Right.
The way I look at it is, who cares? I mean, you got out of it, and you should have gone to prison. You should have. They didn't have to make up a lie to put you in prison. And you're lucky you didn't go to prison, because you'd just be getting out. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Let's go to a real issue here. Let's talk to Zoya. Zoya, welcome to the show. Zoya, I have to take this break, and I'll come right back to you. I just need to know this. How long ago did you call on your first call, Zoya?
What did you ask?
When was your last call to us? This is a follow-up. When did we talk to you last?
Well, it was last week, and it's not a follow-up. I was just concerned about this invasion of privacy. If I put a camera that catches our yard and the neighbor's yard,
all right, hold on. Just hold on, and we'll come right back to you. Hold on.
Grab those running shoes on September 4th for the Broncos 7K. Broncos Country is leveling up with a video game themed race. All racers will receive a limited edition 8-bit Broncos themed t-shirt and a Broncos video game cartridge medal. Plus, you get to finish on the 50-yard line of Empower Field at Mile High. Space is limited, so register today at Broncos7k.com before it's game over.
Fuller Law, John Fuller is a personal injury attorney. What does that mean? It means that if you're hurt in an auto accident, you talk to John. Free consultations, and if he takes your case, it's on contingency. But here's what's really, really important for you to know. He is not a giant law firm where you're just a number, because trust me, big law firms, no matter how you look at it, cannot take all of the cases they bring in. They relegate them to others. What you need to do is get someone who'll take your case and work it, because if he takes your case, he will work it, and you'll get his personal cell phone number. The bigger they are, the smaller you are. With John Fuller, you are his only client, really, for that time he works on your case, and it's not taken by a bunch of paralegals. Call him and find out the difference. No matter who you're talking to, call John for an opinion. My accident lawyer on the show can be your accident lawyer. Here's the website, myaccidentlawyer.co. myaccidentlawyer.co. 303-597-4500. Blake Harris Law is an attorney for estate planning. And what I love about Blake is he will answer all of your questions free of charge. Then, if you decide to hire him, he'll quote flat rates. And then you'll have the work done in the comfort of your home or office. You never have to leave, including all of the docu-signing. Think about that. You can do your meetings on Zoom or by email, and then you can sign everything remotely and never leave your home. I love that. Ask your questions about wills or trusts, staying out of probate, or if you're involved in probate and you need help, or whatever it is. 833-ASK-BLAKE. 833-ASK-BLAKE. Century RV is selling RVs new and used right now at extraordinary prices, even during this inflationary time. They also have plenty of inventory, even during these supply chain problems. I don't know how, but they're doing it. Go see them. Fifth wheels, travel trailers, pop-ups, whatever you need. And they even have Class A motorhomes. Check them out. Century, that's like 100, CENTURY, CentryRV.com. They're at I-25 and exit 240 on Frontage Road. 303-453-1111. When you're selling your home, you want experience and the strategies employed by Frank Duran, therealestateman.com.
There is a good reason why my clients' homes sell for more money in faster time. I will share with you how my team and I help you time position and bracket your listing to help you reach peak value and not leave money on the table.
I'm consumer advocate Tom Martino, urging you to use Frank Duran, the real estate man, with RE/MAX Alliance. 303-920-1622.
Wireless headphones. That'll be $200.
I'll use my Capital One Quicksilver card.
Now that's a hit. You used the Capital One Quicksilver card, which makes you the hero of every purchase. With Quicksilver, you earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase everywhere.
I wanted running music, but unlimited 1.5% cash back is pretty heroic.
Good instincts. Every hero needs a theme song. The Capital One Quicksilver card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Juicy, tender, delicious. It's all about the taste with Redbird Farms chicken. You deserve fresh, healthy chicken that you and your family will love. Redbird Farms chicken is vegetarian-fed, chemical and antibiotic-free, and cage-free. Because there's no added preservatives or water, there's never any residue in the packaging. You can cook the chicken straight from the tray to the pan, mess-free. Find Redbird Farms chicken in King Soopers, Safeway, and City Market.
Grill it, fry it, put it in parm. As long as you make it Redbird Farms.
The economy is heading for a total disaster. The Fed must choose between a stock market and housing market crash or hyperinflation. Hi, this is Stephen K. Bannon. I urge you to diversify your retirement savings into physical gold today. To help you get started, my friends at Birch Gold have created a free information kit on gold IRAs. To get your free copy, just text SHELTER to 989898. There's no obligation or purchase required. Again, that's SHELTER to 989898.
GimmeTheVin.com has made it fast, we've made it easy, and we're the only 5-star BBB-rated car dealer out there.
Sell us your car. GimmeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Sinking concrete? Go with the company that has 30 years of Colorado experience. I'm Brian with Advanced Mudjacking. We use cement, nothing toxic. Call me. I'll evaluate your problem and provide a fair, competitive bid at 303-424-9441. AdvancedMudjacking@yahoo.com.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's Strawberry Frosty.
Mostly sunny skies, and we're looking at temperatures today right around 90 degrees. Slight chance for storms this evening, and then a much higher chance overnight tonight and then throughout the day tomorrow with a big drop in temps, 70s tomorrow. I'm Fox 31 Pinpoint Weather Team meteorologist Kylie Burst.
With the Strawberry Frosty, time to enjoy yourself is built in. They're so rich and creamy, they're built for you to slow down, relax, and just take it all in. So when it's time for Frosty time, and Strawberry Frosty time is for a limited time, choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's.
Denver's talk station, 630 KHOW.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Here to help you solve problems, answer questions, and take your complaints. We have another half hour to go, so let's do it now. Zoya, let's talk about the pit bull issue. What's going on?
Well, I just wrote back to make sure that they cannot sue me for invasion of privacy.
So tell me what's going on. You obviously have a problem with the neighbor's pit bull, and what do you want to do?
Right. And I was suggested last week that I need to put a camera that will catch my backyard and the neighbor's backyard. And that is concerning because I don't want to be sued for invasion of privacy.
All right, let me talk to you about that, okay? I know that because of being in the media for many, many years, we had to take a lot of legal seminars on invasion of privacy. Here's what the rule is. If you can see it from a normal view, like your porch, if you can see it from a normal view, not a ladder, but if your porch is there, your upper window, not your roof, normal view, if you can see into their backyard, and you point a camera into a normal view without using a telescopic lens, it's considered public access, okay? So what you can't, for example, when you do these, when paparazzi does these celebrity shots, if they used a telephoto lens and peered into a bedroom window, that would be a no-no. But if they set up a camera on the street into that window and some actress is exercising and they take a picture, that's fine. What you can't do is peer beyond what normal view would be, okay? So if you set up a video camera on your porch, for example, you can't put it on your porch on a post way up high, like where you need to put a ladder up to get the camera up there. But if you put it at eye level and it looks into their yard, that's fine.
So if my window, just through my window, I can see my backyard and it catches their backyard, it's fine.
If you can see it out your window, and when I say it's
Yes.
fine, I want you to know what I'm talking about. I'm not giving you legal advice as to what you should do. What I'm saying is this, that she can sue you for anything she wants. That doesn't mean they will prevail. You are allowed to look around from your porch, from your windows, from your street, from your car. What you're not allowed to do is climb up a tree, use a ladder, a telephoto lens, stuff like that. But normal viewing is part of a free country.
Okay. I understand. Thank you.
Now, what are you trying to show?
Well, how this dog is running in the backyard, and when somebody, let's say me, in my backyard by my fence, then the dog slams the fence from their side and barks nonstop, very aggressively, and shakes the fence from their side.
And you're afraid he might break through.
Yeah, it might, or it's scary every time you in your backyard, on your patio, on your backyard, then you can't live normal life.
Okay, I want to ask you something. That's a very important question. Have you ever talked to the neighbor about it?
Oh, yeah, sure. And I wrote a letter to them, and I explained everything, and I talked to them multiple times, and it doesn't work. And HOA also, I think they send a letter. And animal control asked for a second signature, which I can't get because it's my backyard. I am affected. And so I did everything I could.
All right. Well, let us know what happens, Zoya. I'm not sure that a dog aggressive in a backyard behind a fence, I'm not sure there's anything you can do about it because they're not harming you. That's the whole idea. It's fenced in. It's a wooden fence, Zoya?
Yes.
Okay. It's
and
a wooden.
I don't feel safe in my own backyard. It's very scary when you see.
No, I understand that, but they're doing what they're supposed to do. They're keeping it fenced in. Again, it's hard to make the government or authorities act on something that could happen, not that is happening.
Right.
Okay, so good luck to you. Let me know what happens. 303-713-8255. We're going to come back with Joan. Her daughter has an apartment with pests in it, and I don't think they're talking about her kids, but we'll see. We got more coming up. Get your calls in. 303-713-TALK.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino. Now, Michael Brown tomorrow morning at 6:30 KHOW, Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Allstate.
We've got some action out there this afternoon. There's an accident westbound I-70 approaching Colorado. It's going to add almost 5 minutes onto your commute right now, backed up for about a half a mile. At earlier wreck northbound I-25 approaching.
Let's talk about public adjusters and what they do. As you know, we advocate and we endorse public adjusters when they do a good job. And Paragon Services with Matt Stanford and his team are the public adjusters we recommend. If you have a home claim of any kind for damages, any casualty claim, and you need help, well, let's put it this way, you do need help. Don't trust an insurance adjuster, even your own insurance adjuster, to give you a fair settlement. It just doesn't happen. Paragon Services has many records of them going on site and getting way more money for the insured than the insurance company first offered. Call Paragon if you have any insurance claims. They serve the entire Front Range. 719-726-0020. 719-726-0020. And that's Paragon Services, which is Paragon Services, and it's Paragon PA Services for public adjuster, ParagonPAServices.com. I love the liquid loan.
Struggling with addiction? At the Raleigh House, their dedicated team of professionals understand that where you've been is different than where you're going. Join the Raleigh House of Hope to find connection, purpose, and to rewrite your story. Breathe deep. Feel at home. Reconnect with nature. Raleigh House understands your past and believes in the potential of your future. Reclaim your life and discover how capable you truly are. Don't let depression, anxiety, trauma, or addiction take your future from you. Call 720-797-8717.
You're back for affordable.
All right. So Affordable Interest Mortgage has this loan called the liquid loan. Now, we just heard that interest rates were hiked. But with the Affordable Interest Liquid Loan, theliquidloan.com, really interest rates are secondary because you control how you pay interest. So no matter what, you will pay less interest with this loan. For example, or less payments, less money out. Let's put it that way. If you want to stay in your house 5 years or less, you pay interest only, you're going to pay less money toward that house than any other loan. Now, let's just say you want to stay there and you change your mind in 5 years, or you just start out knowing you want to stay there. Then you pay your principal anytime you want, $1,000 a year, or $1,000 a week, or anything in between. You control how much interest you pay because you're not paying all the interest up front. So here's what you do. You craft the loan to pay it off whenever you want. In fact, if you have money in the bank, regular savings, it counts against your average daily balance. So that simple interest is lower for those days you have money in the bank. It's like earning money on that money. Theliquidloan.com. There's nothing better when it comes to saving money, when it comes to saving interest. It's from Affordable Interest Mortgage, 720-895-0500. 720-895-0500.
No one appreciates the American dream as much as Romanian immigrant Mitch Floria. He arrived with just $300 in his pocket, started Art of Granite, now serving the entire Front Range and mountain. Like stone importer, passes wholesale prices on to his customers for all countertops. Completed in just 2 weeks, including quartz. Bathroom free when you have the kitchen done. Tear out all the way free. Get a price on the phone. 303-386-5919. TheArtofGranite.com. So many people have told me about Granite. And no wonder. It's the new way to sell. For example, I hit the button on this because I talked to Joe.
Happens.
Break sometimes you like. No wonder you have to choose between an Aussie home too long or the best price at home. Let me tell you about Ruby, a recent Orchard customer. Ruby's home. Like I'm paying attention to three things. $3,000. Oh.
This show is not easy.
You would have missed out on that extra money. But with Orchard, you got more cash at closing. Ruby's story isn't too much. The time customers sell online for more than a cash offer.
Oh, he's got that. Even when he has it in there, he doesn't look at it. That's why he keeps going over on breaks. And I was literally here one time with Shannon, and he went over like 15 minutes on a break, so we came out of a commercial and then went 20 seconds and then back into a commercial. So it's like...
I think I did that on Monday with Mark because Mark was going on. But yeah, there was like Shannon, Shannon did it because Shannon was covering like that little like split, the 1 hour or whatever that Anthony couldn't do. So, yeah.
Well, it's just, it's kind of, I mean, I think this is the one show where if you split up engineers, it just fucks everything up because it really needs to be one person flowing all the way through. So if somebody calls in hour 1 and wants to get back on hour 4, you're not going, what the hell is this person? You know, I mean, it's like people don't understand about the show. And the whole YouTube component and all of that is kind of complicated. the phone.
To learn more and schedule a branch appointment, visit belco.org/cd. Belco membership is required. Conditions and restrictions apply. Federally insured by NCUA. Belco. With some simple one-day treatment I received. AdvancedHair.com. Need some gas money? Listen every hour from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. weekdays for your chance to win $1,000 to fill your tank. It's Gas Money on 630 KHOW, sponsored by Guy Reese.
Brighten your home and save 10% on Benjamin Moore Paint by joining the Guy Reese loyalty program. Stop by a store or go to GUIRYS.com to sign up today. Guy Reese, your neighborhood paint store since 1899.
It's the Dan Capla Show. Afternoons 4 to 6. Wednesday 4. JonBenet Ramsey's brother says the governor might solve this case in a matter of hours if the governor permits another DNA test. Should the governor allow that? Join me at 4.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. You can call with any problems, question, or complaints. Remember, you can call 24/7, 303-MARTINO, 303-627-8466. Okay, let's talk. What is going on, Joan?
Sir,
your daughter.
My daughter lives in these apartments in Thornton, Colorado, in Adams County. She is all bitten up. She has bites on her chest. She has bites on her arms, everywhere. She has been back to her manager there at the apartments. She lives at the Skyline Apartments. She's at 8989 Pearl Street in Adams County, apartment 2113.
Oh, come on, man. Don't give out your daughter's stuff. Come on, hold on.
Okay, well, anyway, she went to them and she told them she needed help. So they went over there and they said that they didn't find no fleas.
Did you dump that?
Fleas, the little bugs.
Why not?
So I went with her because she's all bitten up. She spent all her money on products to try to clean them out. She's been going to hotels. She took the fleas into her car. So now she has fleas in her car. She has them all in her clothes. She spent a lot of money at the laundromat trying to clean them. Going on about a month and a half, cleaning her clothes out over and over and over, cleaning the apartment out over and over and over. So she's very tired. She's very sleepy. She's disabled. She's 55. I went with her down to the office.
Joan,
can you speak up
what
a
is
little
the disability your daughter has?
She has COPD and she has spine problems
are you trying to reach Tom Martino?
arthritis.
Okay. Is she on Social Security disability?
She's barely going to get her first check coming up on the 1st.
Okay. So she's
Okay,
disabled
what is
and
your
lives
question?
in these apartments, and she has bites all over her. How long has she lived in Skylark Apartments?
I'm not sure. I think maybe 3 or 4 months.
Okay. And she never had this problem before?
Never.
And did she ever hire an exterminator to go in there?
They did. They came from the office and cleaned, and they said they didn't see no fleas.
But did they treat it? Did they treat the apartment anyway?
Yeah, you'd have to come on air.
They said they did. They came out and they even looked under the mattress and under the rugs and did all that.
But did they treat it?
They said they did. They took stuff in there. They said they did.
Right, you'd have to go
But
on
you're
air
not
with
sure
him
they
in
did?
order to get your information.
I'm not sure they did. And so when I went down to the office with her, we talked to the manager there, Stefan, and he said, I said, show him your bites on your chest right here, just right above her anyway, by her neck. And when she went to show him, he said, oh, no, he said, that's harassment. He said, I'll call the police. I said, she needs to show you what's happening to her, sir. So he said, well, wait about
Could you do us a favor, Joan? Can you get us pictures of her her chest area above her breast so we can see the bites without showing any private parts? Can you get us some pics of that?
I did take a picture of her arm, and she has them in her ears and in her nose.
Good. I
Yeah,
need to see
so
those.
the
Okay, we need to get
usual
somebody
procedure
who knows
for,
about this
if
to look
people
at it.
wanna call
Now,
in
it could
selling
be
cars,
bed
is
bugs.
that they go on with Tom,
They said,
and then they basically discuss
Michelle said she
what type
studied
of
about
car
it,
it
so
is,
did I.
the year, how
She
many
said they come
miles,
and
that
they
type
come
of
out
thing,
like little
and
white
then that
eggs, and then
information gets
when they
distributed
pop
over
open,
the
they
air,
jump at you,
and then
they bite you.
and then we can take your information off air. And if anybody
Okay,
calls
so-
in, we would give them your information, and then you guys can
Okay.
work individually
So listen,
together.
here's the thing. You're saying that they're little white things. Has anyone been able to identify them?
Only me and my daughter.
Okay. Your
Sure,
daughter
the
actually
manager, the main manager, she told my daughter, well, tomorrow, she said, they came, her and 3 other people, and she said, sit down on that chair for a while, see if they bite you. But she only sat down not even 2 minutes. But she told my daughter, well, tomorrow we'll bring you 1,200 and you can move out. Well, we never saw that either. So my
Hey,
daughter
Joan,
went back and
Joan,
complained about it.
Will your daughter move out?
She don't have nowhere to go.
Yeah, but hold on. Here's what I'm saying. Your ultimate weapon is to move out, is to break the lease. How long is her lease?
I don't know that, sir. But she's been staying in her car also, and the bugs are in her car too. And she can't bring them to me.
What's your daughter's name?
Michelle Lopez.
Okay. If Michelle can't get any satisfaction, she needs to break her lease and move.
But she has nowhere to go.
Well, I understand that, Joan. I'm saying she should start looking for a place because you can't make the landlord do more than they're doing. You can't there's no way to make them do more. Even if I wanted to help, there's nothing we can do to make the landlord do more than they already did.
John, can she afford to pay?
Hold on. Go ahead, John.
Can she afford to pay for an exterminator to come out and pay for it herself to have the apartment fumigated?
Or can you afford, Joan, to hire someone to come out and look at it?
No, she already spent all the money she had, and I have no money. I'm disabled myself. I'm on a fixed income.
Okay. So, Joan, right now, see, if the landlord will not do it again, they don't have to. As long as they try to address it. What you need to do is prove that it still needs to be done. So she needs to call an exterminator to come out there to look at the place, or you're never going to be able to prove to the landlord that they need to do more stuff. Or she just has to move, and I know she can't move right now, but maybe if the landlord gives her deposit back, she needs to start looking for another place.
They said they're not giving her the deposit back.
Well,
sure,
actually, we can help you there. Don't worry about that part. We can help. What we need to do is basically figure out if there is a real problem.
Okay, let me just tell you this part, please. The last time the landlord came out, the manager, he brought a woman with him that does that exterminating. My daughter said, come here, I want to show you in the car too. They're in the car too because she took them from the house to the car. She said she went to the car, opened up a bag, and she seen some fly out. She said, so she tied the bag back up, and her and the lady, she called the lady seen them. So the manager went back too, and that when she opened the bag, they flew out, and they flew kind of on his face, and he said, what is that? She said, that's the fleas I'm telling you about. So he called the cops, and he told her she could not go to the office anymore, and the office cannot communicate with her no more.
Listen, they don't believe her, okay? And by the way, they're not fleas.
They're little black ones.
Yeah, but they're not fleas.
I know that.
That's why we need to see picture of photo evidence or picture evidence of something. Joan, this is not a winnable situation. The landlord's not going to do anything, and you cannot make them. The only way you could, we can either fight to get her deposit back so she can leave, but we can't make the landlord fumigate.
Okay, well, even if she gets the money back, we'll try to see if with your help, maybe if you could help us, and we can find her a place to stay.
Okay, I don't mind, listen, I don't mind talking to the landlord or the manager to see exactly what's going on. Okay? But if they don't see them, and if no one sees them, and the exterminator doesn't see them, there's nothing we can do about it. But we're hoping they'll give the money back. We'll assign this to someone. Okay? Hold on. 303. We'll see if we can call and get some kind of resolution. 303-713-8255.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's Hot and Crispy Fries.
Still dealing with a busy afternoon out there. An accident westbound I-70 approaching Colorado. That's going to add about 5 minutes onto your commute right now, backed up for about a half a mile. A wreck southbound University between Cherry Creek Drive and Alameda. That one's going to put about 10 minutes onto your drive time. And we also have a crash at 10th and Bannock. That's got backups in all directions right now. Your Fox 31 pinpoint.
Okay.
Warm in here, yeah?
It's always warm.
Why is it so warm in here?
That fucking guy who comes in and does the HVAC doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
Whoa, Ricardo?
He is a nice guy, but that doesn't change the fact that he fucking has to be in here.
Wow, this looks fun. What's going on?
Wait. What? You want to pull it up to this side, don't you? There's more room to pull on it than being underneath that thing? You want to go down through that one and up on this one? I was just thinking it's an easy pull because this is a straight shot.
Become the Banker is an investment strategy that is really remarkable. What it is purposely overfunding a small life insurance policy so you can have
Good afternoon. Thanks so much for calling the Tom Martino Troubleshooter Show.
And
How
the
can I help
government
you?
says cash value on insurance grows tax-free. Now, it's tax-deferred, but it will be
Mark is off.
tax-free
So,
if
Tom's
you follow
here. What's your name?
becomethebanker.org. You have to find out more about this
Yeah, right.
tax-free
And what's
savings
the problem?
and retirement account. Go to becomethebanker.org. If you're looking for some extra cash, what about selling old jewelry? You got two kinds, right? You got the old, tangled
So you have-
messes in a junk drawer, maybe old rings, mismatched earrings, incomplete coin collections, whatever it is. If there's precious metals, David Ellis Jewelry will weigh it and pay it. Or if you have estate jewelry and precious stones, David Ellis Jewelry will buy those too. So whether it's junk just for the metal or for the jewelry, visit DavidEllisJewelry.com. He's at 2640
so there's no way that he
East
can actually come on the
3rd
phone
Avenue.
with you
That's
unless I
3rd
put you
and
over
Clayton.
the air.
303-322-8779.
Okay.
Okay, if you're looking for floor coverings, Simply Floors, Inc.
Hold on.
That's Buddy and Karen Mitchell. They started a store,
Holy crap.
joined a buying club of other like-minded small businesses to get the same buying power as big boxes. They have a wide assortment of carpeting of all kinds. And they have LVT. Now they also have hardwoods, laminates, and engineered flooring. All you have to do is make your own appointment, tell them what you're interested in, and they'll come to you. Simply Floors, Inc. That's INC, simplyfloorsinc.com for better prices, better installers, a better all-around experience with design consultants, simplyfloorsinc.com.
Hey, Joan, what's the best number to reach you at?
You know I've been suffering from hearing loss and tinnitus for several years now, but recently I discovered the great people at Colorado Ear Care. That took all the time they needed to properly diagnose my hearing problem.
Sure, if your phone's charged, go ahead.
Make sure to
Hold
tie
on.
this around your foot, okay?
Can you hear me? Hey, Tom?
What?
What do you want me to do with Joan? Do you want me to assign her to somebody? Because you probably want to take line 3. This guy is really upset. He's an alcoholic. He has hit rock bottom, and he's looking
Here,
for...
do me a favor. With the apartment, give it to Deputy Smarty Pants.
Okay, and then do you want me to reschedule Connie for tomorrow? So you could talk to this guy?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, copy.
Yes.
Joan, we're going to go ahead and assign this to one of our deputies for a little bit more of a deep dive. So his name is Marty, he's going to he's going to call you. Now, keep in mind, Marty has an out-of-state phone number, so don't think it's spam when he tries to call you, okay? He's got like a Florida area code. It's like, I don't know what his area code is off the top of my, but I'm emailing him the information right now and your number, and he's usually really, really quick to call back, so just keep that in mind, okay?
No matter how I
Yeah.
unsubscribe from next door, I still get this. God almighty.
Okay, no problem. Just, keep your phone on, keep it by you. He's usually really good about getting back to people, okay? But I'm going to give him your number right now, okay? No, he's one of our deputies that kind of does a more deep dive than Tom can do, and he's going to help you with the apartment complex. Okay, no problem. I've got to go, though, because we're nearing to the end of the show. Okay, thanks so much, Joan. My name's Kelly. Yes. No problem. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye. I can't talk, honey.
These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2 years old.
Hey, Connie?
Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage.
Are you available tomorrow morning for me to call and talk about your car problem then? Because we're nearing toward the end of the show, and I want you to definitely be able to get on with Tom. What's the best number to reach you?
Your story with IBSC. Talk to a doctor today. Say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS. Sponsored by Appian Ironwood Pharmaceuticals.
Do you have a car taking up space in your garage? Not enough cash?
So that is 303-888-4192. Okay, Connie, I will call you back tomorrow morning, okay? Okay, all right, sounds good. Thanks so much. Okay, bye. X. Nobody else call.
From your radio to your desktop, and when you ask Alexa to play 630 KHOW on iHeartRadio, Denver's talk station is available everywhere. Just download our free iHeartRadio app. 630 KHOW, an iHeartRadio station.
Hey, Tom Martino here. Let's go right to the phones quickly with Garrett. And Garrett, if we don't finish up today, we will take you first thing tomorrow. This sounds serious. What's going on with you, Garrett?
Well, hi, Tom. It's nice to talk to you. I've listened to you for, forever. I'm a struggling alcoholic who's at the very bottom.
Now, how long have you been alcoholic, Garrett?
Shit, since 1992.
You just said an S-bomb.
Since 1992. Okay, now hold on. Now, what caused this phone call today? Are you sick physically? How are you supporting your habit? Do you work?
Yes. I'm a CDL driver.
Oh my God. Do you stay sober during your driving?
Well, I don't drink when I'm working. I only drink when I'm off.
That's amazing. Hold on. So you manage to control that and only drink when you're off, right?
Yeah, man.
And how much do you drink?
As much as I can take when I'm off. I mean, the reason why I'm calling you, Tom, Peter Boyles once, I've been listening to him forever, and he told me he'd help me. He told me he'd help me when I was ready, and I'm ready. I'm ready.
Garrett.
I have no way to get a hold of him, bro.
Okay, I do, okay?
I know you do. That's why I'm calling you.
All right, so why don't you hold on? Kelly is going to get all of your information. Remember, one day at a time right now. I promise you, Garrett, we will take you up tomorrow morning. Be ready on your phone, okay? All right. I'm Tom Martino. We're out of time.
Hey, Garrett? Garrett? What's your phone number?